Old pool removal, Mission Site Services. Construction site cleanup, dump sites, you guessed it, Mission Site Services. Starting to get the idea? Clean it up, clean it out, tear it down. Mission Site Services, call 501-607-9283. That's 501-607-9283.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Carl Sexton.
You ready? Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50%.
The Zone at the Little Rock Touchdown Club is brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Whether your head, neck, upper body, or lower body are giving you problems, ASAP can get you back to a pain-free life. ASAP. Life begins when pain ends. For more information, go to their website at arkansasspineandpain.com.
First and goal to go. They'll operate out of the I. Washington's the tailback. Maddox Lassiter in at fullback. Goal line formation. They give it to Washington. Trying to stretch into the end zone. Did he get there? No signal yet. Now they say touchdown. Now they run in and say touchdown. They had to unpile him. But when they do, Mike Washington gets the score, and the Razorbacks have the lead. Tennessee times it right. They've only got to snap it one more time. They line up in the victory formation. Aguiar gets the snap, and that's going to be it. Josh Heupel begins to walk to midfield. Bobby Petrino will come across the way to meet him. Boy, the Razorbacks fought today, fell behind, battled back, and ultimately it is Tennessee that comes away with a 34-31 victory.
I thought our players really competed hard. We're well prepared. They came out and were well prepared for the game. We played physical. We played tough. They're a good football team. Offensively, they know how to move the ball. We gave up some explosive plays, but we kept our poise, and our players stuck together and came up with some huge stops that gave us an opportunity to win the game.
Yeah, all that happened. Welcome into the Zone on a dandy Monday here. We are live at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. We'll be joined by Nathan Brown, the head coach of the Central Arkansas Bears. They got a victory this weekend, and Coach feeling good, I'm sure, during the off week. Got some things going the right direction. Coach Petrino got some things going the right direction this weekend as well. We will talk about that. We've got a Arkansas State team back in action tomorrow. We had a handful of coaches get canned over the weekend in major college football. Some NFL coaches that could be not far behind. A lot going on. Major League Baseball playoffs. Mariners get a game up on Toronto last night. Congrats to them. And a whole lot more. How are you?
Doing great. Where are you at on the James Franklin?
How do you mean?
Like Arkansas candidacy, James Franklin,
No,
or just in general?
Where am I
in
getting
general.
fired?
Like, yeah.
I think it is a weird turn of events. I mean, you're really a play away or two from beating Oregon, which also lost this weekend, by the way, to a couple of weeks later, you're out. I mean, again, you're talking about the two most horrific losses you could imagine. A UCLA team that hadn't won, and then Northwestern's putrid, and you lose to them at home. I mean, that's really all it takes these days.
2 losses?
Yeah.
I think he's like 4-21 versus top 10 teams in his tenure at Penn State or something.
Well,
like that.
those aren't
Something
the games that
abysmal.
get you fired. The games that get you fired are losing to teams that are way
Yeah,
less than you.
yeah.
Have less resources, have less success, have less coaching, have less everything, and you let them beat you 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I think people he was on thin ice anyway. I think the tide turning against him could happen pretty quickly, and it did.
I just think, what were they at? Did they make it to the Final Four last year?
Yeah, they were in the playoff.
Playoff last year?
Yeah.
Last 4 teams standing. Highly ranked here this year. Slowly been, they're competitive every single year. And even in the playoff last year, outside of a few couple plays that could have went either other way, they're in the national championship game.
Am I insane? Didn't some people have them preseason number 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, like,
they were a top 5 for sure.
I would not have imagined hot seat by any means. And you put it in a situation of, okay, when things get that bad, do you pull the trigger on a coach? And I don't think the on thin ice and he can't win the big game. I think there's so many coaches that you just, one, have to understand, too, what they're up against. Ohio State's always going to be Ohio State.
Yeah.
And outside of Ohio State always being Ohio State, getting over the hump means you have to get over the hump of whatever SEC team that year is just ridiculously good. You know, it's just a lot to ask.
Those are acceptable. You cannot lose to UCLA. You cannot lose to Northwestern.
I mean, if that's the case, they should have fired Mike Norvell last year.
No.
They probably will this year.
Last year was an anomaly for the most part.
I would say those two games, would say, are an anomaly this year.
Yeah, James Franklin didn't have an undefeated regular season, though, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he was in the last 4 teams standing in the college football playoffs.
That's a good point. I mean, they fired Gene Chizik 2 years after he won a national championship. So
wow.
Yeah, it is. What have you done for me lately? But I do think there's more to it than that. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a bottom line game. It's a wins and losses game. But at the same time, people can see where you're trending. They can see where your issues are. Listen, football's a complicated game, but it's also a simple game, and outcomes matter. But people can also tell, like, there's issues, right? Like, there's, whether it's motivation or whatever. And the other thing is, it sucks for Penn State, is you go from the penthouse to the outhouse like that. And Drew Aller's out for the season now, too. So it ain't going to get a whole lot better anytime soon when you're starting quarterbacks out for the season.
Yeah. Personality-wise, he was the type – would you say he's a good coach in this era of football? The player relationship, the stern – I mean, yes, he's built a really good football program in his tenure there.
He's won a pile of games. There's no question. Tons and tons of games.
I just don't know who you bring in that's going to do better than what he did.
Well, it's a very attractive job, that's for sure. You know, I've got friends that are Penn State fans that I've talked to over the years, and they've been frustrated with him for a while, even when he's been winning a lot. It's like, yeah, but you don't get it. Like, there's more to it than that. Like, he's never got us in a position where you feel like you got a chance to win a national championship. And I thought last year's team was, you know, kind of getting there. And then this year it's like, okay, maybe this is the year they take that next big step. But obviously they went the other direction.
I think
15, go ahead.
As Arkansas fans, we maybe look at it and be like, wow, y'all are privileged, but they're Penn State. Like, this is a premier program in football. They expect to be competitive every single year.
It's still a second tier, though, right? Program-wise?
I mean, they're behind Ohio State and Michigan in the Big Ten, but after that, they're right there, right?
Well, but nationally, Christian, I'm talking about they're not an elite program, although they probably could be or should
top
be.
15?
Easily.
Yeah, top 10.
But I don't know that you're top 5.
No.
And that's who you're competing against year in and year out.
But not week in and week out.
Yeah.
You got the softest part of the bottom of your schedule, other than maybe the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe the Big 12. I don't know. I mean, the bottom part of their league is not like the SEC. So you're supposed to have the gimmies. You're supposed to win the gimmies.
You're right.
Listen, if you lose a one-score game to Oregon, like they did, or you lose a one-score game to Ohio State, that's forgivable. But you cannot lose to Northwestern at home. You cannot lose on the road to a winless UCLA team. Which, by the way, what is that background noise?
I hear that too.
Christian, there's something coming through somewhere.
On me? What about now?
Could be us.
Nope.
We good now?
No.
Oh.
I just started hearing it.
I also hear it. I thought it's just people talking in the background.
There's nobody here. It's weird. Now it's gone.
Cool.
Anyway, I don't know what we were talking about now.
Just the expectations.
UCLA, I think you were going to lead into them also winning this week.
Oh, yeah, they pounded Purdue this week. Pounded them. I'm hearing it again.
Yeah.
Turn your mic off.
My mic is off.
I don't get it.
It's not me.
Where's that coming from? About to lose it. That ain't it. It's a commercial.
It is a commercial.
Yeah, something's feeding through. Anyway, all right, great radio. All right, so what do we got? He's done. Also, they have fired Trent Dilfer at UAB, which is probably took longer than I think a lot of people thought it would. They got beat this weekend 53-33, their third straight loss. They're 2-4 down this year. He's 9-21 in 2+ years at UAB. So not a shocker there. And his demeanor obviously didn't help him a lot either. And then Oregon State fired Trent Bray. They are 0-7. It's the worst start for them since 91 when they started 0-10. So he is oaked. So you got some pretty attractive jobs open. You know, Oklahoma State, Arkansas is pretty attractive. Penn State's very attractive.
Very attractive.
So,
but his, you know what's wild is when you try to find the right guy. The biggest thing nowadays is just these buyouts. I mean, Penn State paying James Franklin $20,000 a day.
Yes.
A day?
A day.
For how long?
I don't know what, 28?
$20,000 a day.
For like 4 years?
Insane. $50 million buyout.
Wow. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah, the system is definitely a mess, but again, that's what the market will bear, and he wins a lot of games, so what are you going to do?
You think Arkansas fans would be okay with bringing in a coach that could essentially demand that type of buyout?
I don't think there is a coach that would take the job that could command that. I mean, the only guys that can command that at Arkansas would be Saban or Urban Meyer. Although Franklin.
Would you take Franklin?
I mean, he's won in the SEC at Vanderbilt, which is not easy.
Yeah, you should be able to do it at Arkansas.
Well, Clark Lee makes it look pretty easy. Right? I don't know. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. I know enough about the Razorback fan base to know that their perception of that hire would not be great.
Yeah, they wouldn't like it.
No.
But could he get you 8 or 9 wins a year? I think he could.
No.
7. You don't think he could win you 7?
I don't think he's going to win 9 games a year, no.
No.
7.
Somewhere between 7 and 9 wins, I think he could
I don't think
that
anybody
done.
shy of Jesus is going to win 9 games at Arkansas in the near future, a year.
Tough conference.
Somewhere between 7 and 9, I think he can do that on a consistent basis.
Just say 8, why don't you?
Okay.
You think he could average 8 wins over a 5-year period?
When you put it like that, probably not.
Okay, thank you. Kristen, what
but
is
there may not. I mean, there may not be a coach that can.
You're the one that exactly. Well, you're the one that told me what? How many wins has Arkansas averaged since they've been in the SEC?
It's like 5.5 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, some magic wonder.
That's a good point.
Magician's going to come in there and wave his little
the right
wand
coach and also the right amount of money.
We're screwed.
Could probably change things. It could. If
we were to have the biggest NIL pot of all time, it would change things.
Where's a random person like that Stanford former player who donated $50 million?
DJ, what are you doing? You're a former player. Put it up there.
I'll throw you a couple dollars.
South Carolina, they won 10 games 3 times under Spurrier. So I will say, if you get a great coach, you might have a period of time where you could average 8 if you have a couple of Niners in there.
Yeah.
How old do you think Spurrier was in that tenure?
I don't know.
Is he 60s?
Probably.
Okay.
I think what the recipe is: great, innovative coach. When you think of offensive play calls, I think Petrino's in that category.
Yep.
Okay. But then defensively, you have to have a guy who can communicate well enough with these players to get them to play at a high level intellectually. To put them in spots, not to just have bust all over the field. I mean, I am shocked about how impressive Matty Patricia is here at this college level, getting through to these guys, these concepts that he's doing at Ohio State. It's like it's an orchestra, a symphony, perfect. You should watch Ohio State play on defense. The rotation, passing off, crossing routes, is it zone to the field, man to the short side. I mean, it's beautiful, and I'm just like, how does he communicate that to these kids to where they can do it at such a high level? It's impressive.
Yeah.
So you need one of those type of guys on the defensive side of the ball too.
So games of note over the weekend. Again, the big winner this weekend, and they will be getting a big, giant game ball, gold-plated, is Indiana. Going to Oregon and winning this weekend. Nobody had that.
No, I didn't.
I love Oaklawn sports, but, guys, I'm almost done. You can't make sense of these games.
It's tough, man.
There is no rhyme or reason to this. Like, there were some games that weren't shocking. I mean, but there were some games where it's like, what happened? I'm sorry? Pardon me? Texas A&M coming to Fayetteville this weekend. Pretty good shape, I'd say. Pretty tough game, but big opportunity for Arkansas. And if you're Texas A&M, that's a tough spot to be in.
Coming here.
What kind of crowd are we going to get this week?
I bet it'll be popping. Because one, they'll travel.
Yeah.
Texas A&M fans, they'll come. I mean, they have to. Their team is undefeated. They'll be a top 5 team in the country.
They are 4th.
Okay.
Texas A&M is the highest-ranked SEC team. Wow. They are 4. Ole Miss is 5. Alabama 6. Georgia's 9. LSU 10. Tennessee 11. Oklahoma 14. After losing to Texas this weekend, Mateer was awful. I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass, I guess, because he's not quite or just getting back.
Just don't come back.
Though.
That's
Pretty
He
bad.
had 3 picks.
He said the thumb wasn't the issue. He said I just played bad.
Oh, okay.
Missouri is 16. They lost narrowly to Alabama. That was a really, really good
That's
game.
a good game.
Missouri's good.
They are good.
Scary. Boy, too bad for Penn State, too. You think about it. Pribula transfers to Missouri. Boy, they could use him now because Drew Aller just went down for the count. Vanderbilt at 17 and Texas, welcome back, 21. By the way, Memphis still sitting in the top 25. South Florida thumped an undefeated North Texas team. They're in the top 20 now. USC, welcome to the top 25. Beat Michigan this weekend.
Okay.
So
I'm a fan of that. Dave Portnoy has been putting a little too much skin on Michigan. It's been a little annoying.
Yeah, Michigan's not all that, but
That's his school. He just pumps.
That is a school.
Yeah.
what was the final on that one? Was that a competitive game? I didn't see the final score, I guess. I realized that I printed my scores, and I printed them from my computer that I hadn't updated, and it had scores from like halfway through these games. So I just know that USC won. Otherwise, well,
You're worried about the crowd up there in Fayetteville this weekend?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it'll be good. I'm going to be
Yeah.
in the stands this weekend. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to games, though.
Are we up there?
34-17 A&M beat Florida this weekend, and the USC score was 31-13.
Ooh. Is the zone on the road Friday?
Where are we?
Fayetteville?
Walk-ons
where?
in Fayetteville.
Walk-ons in Fayetteville.
Yeah, we've talked about
Pumped
this.
up. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
excited.
We got a busy week.
Yeah.
We are here today at the Rock Touchdown Club. We're actually going to be joined by Trey Biddy in about 5 minutes. Then Matt Whiting's going to join us. Big news last week at Central Arkansas. They decided to opt in after deciding not to opt in to the settlement before. And so I'm curious what came about. What does that mean? And I think by most people's account, that gives you a little more competitive playing field. And maybe they just had to sort of wade their way through to get to that point. So what led them there, I don't know exactly, but we're going to ask Matt about it. And what does that mean? And then, of course, the other big news last week was Central Arkansas joining the UAC, which is expanding next year, and what that's going to do as far as the league goes and what his expectations are there. So
What do you think?
I mean, I'm excited about it. I love having in-state competition. Like I've said before, when Arkansas State and Little Rock were playing each other in the Sun Belt, was great. I had so much fun with that. Those are really competitive. Like, there was some good hate weeks there, and they were good games.
Mm-hmm.
There were some really good years where both teams were competitive. So, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm excited about it. I love having a conference game that's, here,
Yeah.
as opposed to having to drive hours like we did this weekend for a game. So, anyway, lots to talk to him about. And then we've got the Red White Report. We've got our game balls and jock straps, and Coach Brown will join us in the 11 o'clock hour too. So we'll visit with him. Feeling good, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Questions of the day? Question of the day?
Question of the day. Did you see enough this weekend to hire Bobby Petrino full-time?
This is going to be our ask every week of people.
Every day?
Every week.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
We're going to ask you because, again, I think this is on-the-job audition, right? So let's just see how you feel on Monday. I think for most people today would probably be no, but I think for some people it's like, hey, you showed me a competent defense. I saw guys chasing after the football. I saw, an offense that kind of played like I expected, some dumb errors, some fumbles that can be easily corrected, or you're right there. Coach Petrino took it on himself, too. I mean, he took a little bit of heat for the decision to not kick a field goal. I'll be honest. Hindsight's 20/20. It's easy.
No, if you go back and watch that clip, you'll be nauseous.
What?
Guy wide open.
Yeah, I love the decision.
4th and 4.
No, I love it's 4th and 3, right?
4th and 4.
I thought it was a three-yarder. Anyway, I love the decision. That you are 3 or you're 3 points closer to getting beat. That's Steve Sullivan's favorite saying. When you're playing an offense like this, explosive like them, you don't want to kick a field goal unless you have to.
Agreed.
So I think the decision was great. The execution wasn't great, maybe.
Execution, and I hate to. It's on Talon, 100%.
Yeah, he had a few of those.
And, Coach Petrino in the press conference, I thought he did a really good job of saying, we just picked the wrong way. We had a guy wide open, and sometimes you just have to pick. I look at the tape. He had 2 options, and he just held on to the ball. And so
he had a little bit of that this weekend.
He did. There was a few.
I thought he gave up on a couple plays early, too.
Oh, you got to watch this tape.
I went back and watched the first half today. This morning, because obviously I was busy doing my game when it was happening. But
I'll say Tennessee, they did a fairly good job of, they're not a very good defense. And so what they did, they tried to mix it up, sometimes bring everybody. There's a few times they brought more than we even could block. But what that does is open up options down the field, which you just have to prepare for. I'm surprised we didn't have an answer for on some of these plays, just because when I was watching the Tennessee-Georgia tape, Tennessee did the exact same thing. Anytime it was like 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, they just brought the house and they had their DBs guard the sticks. That's their MO. And they did the exact same thing for Arkansas. So I was kind of surprised we weren't ready for that.
Yeah.
Having an option to get it into the hands of somebody quick and make one guy miss, not only for a first down, it would go to the house.
Yeah.
It really would. So that was surprising. But the other ones, the 4th and 4, yes, it would have been nice to get it to Raylan Sharp in the open side of the field. They were man-to-man coverage, ran a nice little kind of a pick, but it wasn't illegal. And Raylan Sharp popped open, but he was looking at C.J. Brown on the short side of the field, and it was there. I don't know what was making him hold the ball and not throw it. So, I mean, Coach Petrino, yes, 4th and 4. I'm only going to go for it if I feel like I know what scheme they're going to be in defensively and if I got the right play.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those checked out. His guy just didn't throw the ball.
Yeah, I like the decision. Some people are down on him about it. And, again, in a 3-point game, it's easy to say that, but I think that was the right decision at that point.
If he kicked a field goal, everyone would have said, God, we got to score touchdowns against this team.
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's hit a break. 10:26. We are here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Your sort of standard Monday. Trey Biddy coming up after the break, and we've got Coach Brown coming in from Central Arkansas. They're feeling good after the weekend, and I'm feeling good after the weekend. I went to the State Fair yesterday, rode the Star Dancer.
God, you're crazy.
I'm going to be honest, man.
Let's hear it.
I'm thinking I'm about over it.
The rides?
I'm about over scary rides, man.
Did it get you a little bit?
I don't like being scared anymore. I'll tell you what got me. The little ship thing that just goes back
the swing back and forth thing?
The boat?
Yeah.
We talked about that.
I'm like,
I'm not crazy about it.
That's like the only one I'll do.
Star Dancer's so insane, like it almost doesn't bother me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how you can make Star Dancer. So Star Dancer, for those who didn't know, it's like on a long beam with a kind of a ball-looking thing at the bottom. There's like 4 seats in 4 different sections. You're all looking across at each other. And especially at night, you can't really see anything except for the people across from you. Mm-hmm. So except for when you're upside down and you can see the Ferris wheel upside down. That's pretty wild. But if you turn the seats to the outside and did the exact same ride, you would have people having heart attacks. It would be 10 times scarier.
That's a good idea. I wonder if they thought about it.
And the people that ride the mock, whatever it's called, the thing where it's basically like a little car on a super long arm, and it's basically like a stripped down Ferris wheel that's super duper tall.
Yeah.
So it's like one long arm with a car on each end.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to like load this car while you're up here sitting at the top of the thing. I ain't about that life. And then they just swing you around, and you're going at breakneck speed, and your car is flipping around, too, while you're going around. No, dude, you're 75, 85 feet in the air. No chance.
Too much.
You don't want that.
Did you do it?
No, hell no.
Okay, but you did Star Dancer.
I did.
And now you're
over.
Star Dancer didn't bother me, but the boat did. I'm like, I like thrill rides. I don't like scary rides.
What was it about the boat?
I don't know.
Like
I swear to you, now all I think about when I'm on these rides is I'm like, okay, if everything went wrong, can I survive? And I'm like, that's not a good thing. Like, I don't think about that when I'm on the Tilt-A-Whirl. It's still fun, but I'm not like, gosh, if my Tilt-A-Whirl came loose, would I live? I'm not thinking about that.
I think that every time I step onto an airplane, think about that.
Yeah, I don't think about that.
It's tough.
I used to be like that with airplanes, but yeah.
You want to take a call before we hit break?
Sure, whatever.
LC in Sherwood.
Hey, guys. Thank you. Hey, Justin, I'm with you. As you get older, you don't want to go out on some carny maintained thrill ride at the fair. Things just get precious the older you get, it seems like. But as far as Franklin goes, I don't know, man. I don't think that we would be happy with him. You know, I mean, we have a gauntlet schedule, and he'll be playing big games pretty much every other week. And he has a problem, winning those games at Penn State, so I don't know that he can do much better here. And then, DJ, your thing with the kid on your show was awesome this week.
No, video.
Do we just comment on that?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, LC.
I thought for a second in my post-game script I was going to have to hold Coach Petrino accountable. I said, all right, surely we're not going to come out here again in the second half and lay an egg, which we did in the third quarter. I thought that put us behind the 8 ball. Then we were playing catch-up. I'm actually trying to really go down and figure all that out right now. Now, there was a drive where we were finally getting momentum, and great play calls. It seemed like we had their number, and then you had the Braylon Russell fumble. Okay, just a unfortunate play, but, at that point it was third quarter. Things were moving in the right direction, and it seemed like Arkansas had all the momentum, and you could tell the fans over there in Tennessee were like, oh, crap, we're in trouble. But then one play will just ruin it. I think that's been the MO so far in the second half. It's just every once in a while one play will ruin everything. And surprisingly, too, our tackles struggled at the most inconvenient times. Amirian Harris and Corey Robinson, they struggled with the speed on the edge. I think in the second half, Tennessee started just letting those guys run a little bit more free. We even saw Shaq McCroy come in, and that was kind of encouraging to me because that was Coach Petrino saying, if he don't get the job done, sit his butt down on the bench, and that's what happened.
All right, got to hit a break. We are right on it. 10:31, Trey, Biddy coming up. Matt Whiting going to join us this hour as well, the athletic director at Central Arkansas. Stick around.
He told me,
Mike Washington gets in the zone with Justin and DJ each week. Brought to you by Red River Auto Group. Visit redriverauto.com. Your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group.
This is Sports Center.
Busy weekend for the D1 teams in Arkansas. First, let's begin with the UCA Bears, who won their second consecutive game with a 49-21 win over North Alabama on the road. That follows up their 23-17 victory over Utah Tech. They'll look to make it 3 in a row next week at West Georgia. Also, Nathan Brown at the Touchdown Club today. You can catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. The Arkansas Razorbacks, under interim head coach Bobby Petrino, had a narrow loss this weekend, 34-31 in Knoxville against the number 11 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers. Will return home next week to face a top 5 team, the Texas A&M Aggies, at 2:30 next Saturday. You can catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. Arkansas Pine Bluff gets a big win this weekend. They win 79-10 over Westgate. Arkansas State was off this weekend. They'll play tomorrow night against South Alabama at 6:30. I'm Josh Neighbors for The Buzz Radio Network.
It's a great day for football. Two rivals battling it out for a record-breaking crowd.
They're saying it's $1.5 billion.
Huh?
Wait, that's how much the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised for students since 2009. Because every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps students. They've given more than 822,000 scholarships and counting.
Okay, back to football. Two rivals.
This is winning, folks. Playing the lottery is a win for students and maybe you too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Welcome back in the zone. If you like the sound of our voices, you should see our faces. Check our live stream out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Now, back to the show. He's had his finger on the pulse of Arkansas sports more than anyone else. You've heard him on Drive Time Sports for years. Now, he's bringing his talents to the zone also. He's Trey Biddy of Hogsports.com. He's brought to you by Tiretown, Point S in Benton, carrying all the top tire brands. There's no stress with Point S. Check them out at pointstire.com.
All right, Trey Biddy Biddy joining us. Trey, Hogs competitive, but unfortunately fall short by 3 this weekend. I didn't see your walk and talk, but I had a few people tell me how great it was this weekend. So what were your takeaways? Some positives in there, obviously. What'd you think?
Well, that's good to hear that people liked it. Every time I do it, I'm just like, man, people aren't going to like this, and people end up liking it. But
they like the truth.
yeah,
you know,
it's
the truth.
Yeah, it's interesting watching from Neyland State. You're so high up, in that press box. It's a good view and everything, but it's got like the double pane glass, and you're it's almost like I'm watching an experiment from up there because you can't really hear the crowd noise or anything. And then I went down in the stands, probably, 8 or 9 minutes left in the game, and then they allowed us field access the last 5 minutes. But it was just, man, it was loud and intense. It was really an incredible environment. Such a stark contrast from watching in the press box. But yeah, I thought that they competed hard. Tennessee's obviously put up a lot of offense. They're averaging 526 yards a game. That's important to note when we're talking about the defense. But I thought the defense gave them some stops here and there. You had 3 turnovers on offense, 2 of them when you're in scoring territory. You lost some points there. Anywhere from 7 to 3 to 7 points on each of those drives, most likely. And but the defense on both of those turnovers, stopped them on both of the turnovers down in that territory. So it wasn't like a huge point swing. And that was kind of what I was getting at in the game. Like, the offense needs to feel like they have some support from the defense. And I know that they allowed 485 yards, but they did get some stops here and there. And that's definitely something that really didn't happen at all against Notre Dame. So I thought that was encouraging, but it's still a loss. It was still my 18th straight game on the road, watching the Hogs lose. It's 18 straight, DJ. I for some reason I had picked.
Wow.
Oh, I know. It's
Wait,
it's
are
bad.
those just the games you went to, or
yeah? So
this
it's true road games. It doesn't include Arlington or bowl games.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, there are games that I pick every year that I don't go to, and those have been the games that Arkansas has won. It has been since 2016. The TCU game since I've attended an Arkansas win on the road.
Yep, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you go back to 2022, guys, to when Arkansas lost at Mississippi State with KJ Jefferson out at quarterback. That's the last time that Arkansas lost a road game by double digits. But that's the last time they lost by more than a touchdown, by more than 7 points. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy. So obviously there were a lot of changes defensively.
Yes.
The linebackers that were so highly touted and were productive last year were finally productive again. They led the team in tackles between the two of them. They had 20 tackles in the game. How much of that do you guys think is the new scheme, and how much is maybe a fire lit under them a little bit this week with the new coaching voices?
I think there's a little bit of a sense of a restart for them with, I just think it's so easy nowadays to let go of the rope. And I think we see that around college football. When things don't go well, your team just tanks early in the season. And I think we saw that 100% at Arkansas. I think that moment against Ole Miss, there was a big reason that those guys just kind of they hung over the next week, and then they just completely quit the next week. So I think that they're, with Bobby Petrino's approach that, hey, everything's in the rearview mirror. This is it's a fresh start. There's a chance to, for some redemption here. I think they probably bought into that. I'll be real interested to see how things go at home this week because, the exact opposite of what has happened on the road, where Arkansas keeps losing by 1 point or 1 score. At home, they have lost 4 games in a row to Power 5 or equivalent, Power 4 of equivalent teams by double digits.
Yeah.
And some of them have been blowout losses at home. I do love, I don't like losing. Obviously, I don't think that it's ever acceptable, and I think that there's a lot of discussion about, a moral victory and stuff. I'm not buying all that kind of stuff. It's time for Arkansas to win games, but it is a lot better being in a game and watching it unfold, being on the edge of your seat, versus feeling like it's just completely over at halftime and the stadium empties out. So hopefully that won't happen on Saturday when Texas A&M comes to town. Bobby Petrino, DJ, you know this. Bobby Petrino's 3-0 against Texas A&M.
Yes, sir.
Every coach since then is 1-12.
I'd love to see that trend keep heading in that direction. But, just like you said, no moral victories. And I'm with you. And the thing that's so frustrating about the Tennessee game when you go back and watch is still a handful of opportunities that should have put Arkansas well ahead in a comfortable spot in that game, not just barely nudging it out. You brought up the defense kind of stepping up when we needed them. Out of the 3 fumbles that we lost, they stopped them, not only just stopped Tennessee from getting points on the board on 2 of those, but it was a 3-and-out and gave the ball right back to your offense to try to get things going. But the things that crushed me, the Braylon Russell fumble, I was talking to Justin about this. I mean, that guy from Tennessee, helmet right on the ball.
Right on the ball.
Those happen. The Talon ones, those are the frustrating ones because those are avoidable. And I think sometimes, and this has been a trend of him, when it comes to ball security, it's just, I don't know what happens. We saw it, even on the that 3rd and 9 where he scrambled around to the left side of the field and picked it up. Big-time play. If you go back and watch the TV edit, he is carrying that ball like a loaf of bread the whole way there. At no point does he tuck it. And it's just, I don't know what needs to happen because didn't Coach Petrino address this in the post game when he talked about Talon? This is something we've talked about before, him rolling out to his left and trying to throw balls with pressure coming from his right side.
I'm not being sarcastic right now. I literally hold my loaf of bread with more grip than he holds that football. I swear to you.
I bet you do.
I don't want to drop that bread, dude.
You can't do it.
No, I can't be dropping my bread in the parking lot.
He did the same thing in the Missouri game while he was feeling pressure. And so when you look at those things, Trey, all those are avoidable, and then Arkansas easily walks out of Tennessee with a win.
Yeah, it definitely feels like so many games have that Arkansas did just enough to not win the game. And you're right on Braylon Russell, and I think Petrino will see that when he goes back because he mentioned it in the post game. But when somebody's launching at you with their helmet and that helmet goes right on the ball, there's not much you can do about that. And I agree with you. Talon has had a tendency, especially last year. He had a huge fumbling problem. Now, he hasn't had it as much this year, but it definitely reared its head in that game. And, guys, we talk about the same things every week, decision-making and key moments, whether it's right or wrong. I always, unless it's like 4th and a foot or 4th and, a short one, I like to kick the field goal in that situation. And I know they're trying to be aggressive and stuff, and people can say, this and that the other way after the fact. But I always, that's just kind of my thoughts of it. I don't see a reason to go try to win the game in the middle of the 3rd quarter, because you don't get that. They go down and score, and suddenly it's a 10-point game, and that sometimes on the road can feel like 21 points. So that was a key moment. And then turnover. I mean, you can't have 3 turnovers, 3-0 on the turnover battle on the road in the SEC. But decisions and key moments and making your opponent pay for mistakes. And Texas A&M did that, Tennessee did. I got Texas A&M on the brain already. Tennessee did that enough that that Arkansas paid. Now the defense again held pretty strong on a couple of those, and had the 3-and-outs as you mentioned, and that's what I always talk about. Like, it's not because people say all the time, they didn't beat us, we beat ourselves, and the truth is, you made mistakes, they made you pay for those mistakes. And the team that makes the opponent pay for the mistakes most often is usually the team that wins the game.
All right, last thing we're going to ask you about, we got to run, Trey, but we're talking to Trey Biddy on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. If you're just tuning in, he's brought to you by Tiretown Point S down in Benton. Let's talk to Texas A&M since you got them on the brain. They are the highest-ranked SEC team currently, right or wrong. I don't know that they're the best team in the SEC right now, but they are the highest-ranked team. So what's a better opportunity for Arkansas, you think, going on the road to Tennessee in week 1 of Bobby Petrino taking over, or the second game under Coach Petrino at home against this A&M bunch?
Well, you'd like to think it's at home. I do think Texas A&M is potentially better than Tennessee all the way around, especially because of the defense. But, yeah, you would like to think that at home. You would like to think it's at home, but history has just shown that Arkansas hasn't performed well. Now, maybe that's something under Sam Pittman. Maybe it's the way that they approach the week. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing more bizarre than seeing Arkansas play Alabama to within 3, play Ole Miss to within 7, and then come home and lose a 7-3 game to Mississippi State like they did a few years ago, or just get their doors absolutely blown off by Ole Miss. So I would like to think that the home field advantage would lend to that. I think it has a chance to be a great crowd. I think it's a 2:30 game. It should be a great crowd in Fayetteville. I think the fans will show up, and there's a lot of people that want it for Bobby Petrino, want him to, want this thing to kind of come full circle for him. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be a great crowd, and I give Arkansas a chance in it.
Right now,
I give them a chance.
65% chance of rain, boys.
How
about the Hogs winning a sloppy mess in Fayetteville this weekend? Let's go.
We'll take some slop, sure.
I like it. Trey, appreciate the time, buddy. Enjoy your week. And, it'll be fun. This is going to be interesting. I will say this. I think the intrigue around the program certainly is a lot higher than it would have been if they had a loss this weekend under Sam Pittman. So there's at least
no doubt about it. Yeah.
Again, worth the price of admission at the very least, if nothing more,
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, buddy, guys. Appreciate you. We're going to take a break. All right, it's 10:46. Got to take a timeout. When we come back, Matt Whiting will join us, the athletic director at the University of Central Arkansas. We will talk to Coach Brown coming up. He's the featured guest here at the Touchdown Club. So lots of things to get to coming up a little bit later.
Yeah, a lot of things to get to.
All the things. DJ, can you believe all the things to get to?
That's the cool thing about it. When you got a lot going on, there's just a lot of things to get to.
There's a lot of things to get to. I mean, I can't even tell you about all the things we have to get to.
Which is a good problem.
Because there's so many things to get to.
Because the other thing about not having something to get to, it's a problem.
It really is. I hate when you have nothing to get to.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing I want to get to.
What are you getting at?
Standing Firm Farms.
Oh, absolutely.
God, it's such a good spot, man. You get some high-quality Angus beef. You can't beat it. All right, so head on. It's in Greenbrier. Family-owned business, fourth-generation family-owned business, that is. Doing it the right way. High-quality Angus beef. We always talk about making a big old burger. We're going to put your grilling skills to the test. Doesn't matter how good you are. When you have a product that elevates you above the rest, then you really have those bragging rights. So you got great skills on the grill. Might as well have the best quality product over there at Standing Firm Farms. Now, that's that ground beef, but they got much more than that. They got your ribeyes, your fillets, your sirloins. I like that chuck roast. Anything you can think of, they'll take care of you. Thing, too, they got options, okay? So if you want to put together a tailgate feed, 30, 40, 50 people, we got options for that. Now, if you're trying to feed the whole community, we can do that too. When it comes to orders, they really want to push, get that deep freeze and last it through the whole year. You can get a quarter, half, or a whole side of beef. Once again, very easy when it comes to convenience. Why is that? Because any one of those orders within 90 miles, they'll deliver it to your front doorstep for free. Anything under $400 in that 90-mile radius, it's a $20 delivery fee. So please, go to the website, check out a little bit more information, and go ahead and put in an order. Website, standingfirmfarms.com.
Los Angeles, India, lost on the train.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oakland Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oakland Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Progressive Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agents Matt Warden, Jamie Marsh, or Richard Yeager in Little Rock today.
Life comes at you fast, especially behind the wheel. So if you think it's no big deal to drive a little over the speed limit, think again. In a collision with a pedestrian or bicyclist, it can mean the difference between life and death. Getting somewhere a couple of minutes faster isn't worth someone's life. Let's look out for each other by following posted speed limits. Drive aware, save lives. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, we are back at 10:51, and we are going to talk to Nathan Brown, who's the featured guest here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club in the 11 o'clock hour. Got a Red White Report coming up, and we'll do some entertainment birthdays and give you a little recap of my trip to the fair this week. Nice. You know what's interesting? So we have this deal going where when we come out for the media day, and they bring us all the goodies, but then I'm like, I can't source it. I'm like, where is the corn dog with the hot Cheetos on it?
Where was that at?
Where's the pumpkin spice funnel cake? I'm sure there's a map somewhere that's got the individual things. I need to do a better job of looking.
They had that. They gave us a little sheet.
I know, but I don't
think it's on their website. You can scan a QR code.
Yeah, well, that's my limitations as a boomer. I should have found it. But listen, I got plenty. I got what I want. I got a corn dog and I got one of the sausage sandwiches, which
sausage sandwich.
Oh, so good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the sausage with the peppers and onions. That's the only place I ever eat it.
Oh, yes.
So good. Anyway,
you play any games?
No, but I just road rides. I don't ever play games.
Okay. You got to play games Wednesday. You're not coming anymore. I forgot.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Surprise, I'm playing a game with you. I'm not coming. Matt Whiting's joining us here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you guys. Appreciate you having me on.
It was a good weekend to be a Bear. Good things happening, and good road win. It was the largest margin of victory. I misquoted on a tweet today. Largest margin of victory in a conference game since 2019. And it's fun to roll like that. I'm sure for Coach Brown it's probably pretty nice, too. Low-stress victory, although he was stressed out at halftime anyway. He doesn't really do the no-stress thing. But that was good. That was a good time.
Absolutely, Justin. It was great to go over Florence and get a win like that. You know, I talked to Coach Brown a little bit after the game. I think that was probably the most complete game we've played all year. And, you know, great to see that. Obviously a conference victory, but going into a bye week, getting healthy, and then you've got the back half stretch of the conference run. So excited about that. And, yes, it was great to go over there and get a big win.
All right, well, the big news with Central Arkansas is the opt-in. So tell me how this came about, what that means for you guys, and why the decision was made now versus the decision initially to opt out of the settlement.
Yeah, absolutely, Justin. No, for sure, yeah. So we opted out going into 25-26. So when the House settlement was approved in June, we made the decision as a university to opt out for 25-26. And really the reason for that, you know, we wanted to be sure that our decision was the right fit and in the best interest of the University of Central Arkansas. And so we wanted to make sure we had a plan, not just saying, hey, we're opting in and we're really not doing anything. We want to be sure that we had a plan that worked for us. And so we have that, you know, and really some behind-the-scenes bold strategic moves that we took to get there. You know, at the end of the spring, we looked at our sport portfolio offering, had to make some tough decisions there, but also the conference realignment that was coming about, you know, with us moving all sports to the United Athletic Conference really opened up some doors for us and allowed us to really formulate a plan that we feel is in the best interest for UCA. And so, yes, opting in 26-27, we'll begin sharing revenue with our student athletes. The other thing with the plan, we wanted to be sure that it was defensible with Title IX. I think there's certainly some litigation that is coming down the pike for, you know, a lot of schools, and we feel confident in our plan to do that, to be able to share revenue share built off of game guarantee revenue, and then supplemented by donor support. We really like our plan, excited about that, and really what it means for our athletic department.
At the FCS level, especially as it pertains to football, because you're, you know, Division I in baseball and basketball, like everybody else is. So I'm just curious what kind of pressure there is on revenue share and what kind of expectation there is, I guess, at the FCS level.
You know, certainly. The funny thing about that, Justin, in visiting with counterparts around the country, trying to get a straight answer on what schools are doing is very tough. And I understand people want to be, strategic in how they're doing that. But yes, there is pressure, sharing revenue. I mean, we've entered a new era of college athletics, a lot of changes. And, that also is one of the reasons we wanted to not just make the best decision that's in the best interest of UCA, but these are major changes taking place in college athletics and the way the business is operated. So we wanted to find the right fit for us. But ultimately, yes, there certainly is pressure in a lot of sports at the FCS level. Everybody's doing it. You look at what's happened across the country since the transfer portal and NIL became a thing. We certainly have that pressure, and I feel confident in our plan, how it's going to position Central Arkansas athletics moving forward.
It's been somewhat of a fluid situation, too, as it pertains to conference for Central Arkansas. Even when you've gotten into one, it's sometimes changed, and you guys obviously have moved in the last several years, too. And then there's been sort of a couple of different combinations of leagues to form for football. So currently it's going to be the United Athletic Conference starting next season. And the big news this last week was that Little Rock will be part of that, creating now a conference rivalry between two schools that have been rivals for some time.
That's right, Justin. Very excited about Little Rock being in addition to the United Athletic Conference. And the whole United Athletic Conference consortium with the ASUN, excited about what we're building there. Yes, Little Rock, great partner, travel partner for us. We have played in all the sports that we mutually sponsor through the years, and that's been a great rivalry for our fans, their fans, and in talking to Frank, their athletic director, have great respect for him. We're just excited about what that means, and that's a great addition brand for the United Athletic Conference. So when we start in July of 2026, we're currently going to be at 9 schools. 7 of those sponsor football currently, and as I shared with you Saturday on the football broadcast, there has been a lot of interest with what we're building through the UAC, and I think we'll probably see some additional expansion news coming very soon.
Feel pretty good that this is a stable piece that's got some room to grow, it sounds like?
I do, Justin, and hey, I'll also tell you, has anything been stable in college athletics over the last several years?
No.
So, but we feel very confident, and again, one of the things that I want to hit on, if you look at where we, the University of Central Arkansas, are positioned in that footprint, we're right in the center of that. So very excited about that. It's going to mean less travel for our coaches, for our programs, for our student athletes, less travel for our fans, great brands that we're associated with. And also, again, all of our sports moving into the United Athletic Conference really have a chance to build some rivalries, those types of things. But looking at the current structure of the UAC and the schools that are involved, again, 7 of those sponsor football. And so to be paired with like-minded institutions that also sponsor football, I think it's a great opportunity for us, and we're certainly excited about it.
People are also curious about scheduling, and I mean, there's a lot of schools that are having to kind of reconfigure the way that they're scheduling because, like for the SEC, they went from 8 to 9. We're almost out of time here, but I know you got Florida State on the schedule next year. What's in the sort of the plan long term, or can you do any of that with the sort of malleability of what's going on in athletics right now?
We're certainly working on that. The SEC going to a 9-game conference schedule. We obviously try to play a guarantee game. That makes some things challenging with some of the schools at the Power 5 level. But, yeah, we're looking forward. We're having conversations. I would say scheduling has slowed down a little bit just to see what all the conference moves look like, and we're certainly a part of that as well.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
You bet. All right, it's Matt Whiting, the athletic director here at Central Arkansas. Nathan Brown, the head coach of the Bears, will join us, coming off back-to-back wins, and looking forward, I'm sure, to this off week for some time to develop younger guys and get healed up. And the good news is the Bears seem to be getting healthy at the right time and maybe make a big second-half push here. So very much in the thick of things in the conference race as we sit here today. So we'll talk more about that coming up. Stick around.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers, your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound. With Edwards potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Ready, Ray? I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
Little Rock was the place to be this weekend for Arkansans looking to be healthier. The 7th annual Race for a Healthier Tomorrow started in front of the state capitol on Saturday morning. This year's event featured a family walk and plenty of other activities. Proceeds from the race went to the Arkansas Children's Hospital and its $318 million expansion. The theme for this year's event was Mario Kart, and the 5K event was also USA Track and Field certified. And the 2nd annual Stride for a Cure 5K walk and run was also this weekend. Over 1,000 supporters and breast cancer survivors took to the streets of Little Rock River Market. Proceeds from the race benefits the Arkansas Cancer Coalition. And looking ahead to November 1st, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is hosting an event in Little Rock. Organizers say they're looking to raise $100,000. You still have time to register. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Go to 1037thebuzz.com and register to win tickets to Foul and Flame, November 22nd in Des Arc. Get tickets and more info at foulandflame.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It'll be a mostly sunny day. No rain in our forecast, although there could be some rain showers in northwest Arkansas today. Here in central Arkansas, we'll top out at 85 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 61. And a beautiful sunny Tuesday at the high of 84. Also sunny and 84 on Wednesday. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Benihana Happy Hour Specials, $3, $6, $9. Sushi, food, and cocktails. Available 5 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at Benihana Bar.
At Arkansas Spine and Pain, we believe one thing above all. When pain ends, life begins. Whether you're chasing a touchdown, a grandkid, or just chasing relief from chronic pain, we're here to help you get back in the game pain-free. Proud sponsors of the Little Rock Touchdown Club and proud to serve Arkansans who refuse to let pain win. Call Arkansas Spine and Pain today, 501-227-0184, because when pain ends, life begins. Arkansas Spine and Pain, ASAP.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
If you have old computers, hard drives, printers, cell phones, or other electronics you no longer use, get rid of them. Just make sure they're recycled properly. Tuesday, October 21st, Wednesday, October 22nd from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock. Pulaski County residents and businesses drop off your old electronics for free. Just pull up and they'll do the rest. Electronic devices need to be recycled to keep toxic waste out of local landfills. For a list of the electronics you can drop off, visit recyclingunplugged.com.
Make Jim's Razorback Pizza your game day headquarters. Known for their amazing thin crust and Detroit-style deep dish pizzas, but don't pass up on their wings that were voted the best by AY Magazine. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, visit Jim's Razorback Pizza at Highway 10 just past Taylor Loop and the second location at the Morgan Maumelle exit. Jim's Razorback Pizza, proudly serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood with some big news. Just announced 0% financing on all new 2025 half-ton Rams. Buy now and pay no interest on a new Ram only at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. We also have $8,000 off on Jeep Grand Cherokees. We're up to $10,000 off our all-new Jeep Gladiator. We also have up to $10,000 off 2,500 Ram diesels and gas burners. These are just a few examples. Come see us. Tell us what you're looking for and let us give you a deal of a time. Folks, we're making deals every day like it's the last day of the month. No reasonable offer will be refused. And don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get it pre-approved in minutes. Folks, we still need trade-ins for our pre-owned lot, so we're paying up to $2,000 over Kelley Blue Book for all trade-ins. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop us before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Hi, this is Ted Upshaw from Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. Let us bring our over 30 years of experience to your next project. We are certified shingle masters, licensed, bonded, and insured. Are you one of the thousands of Arkansans who has received a non-renewal notice from your insurance company due to the age or condition of your roof? We can help. We offer multiple financing options, from help with your deductible all the way down for zero down for the entire project. Call today for your free evaluation, 501-621-0500, or visit us at accountablerr.com.
Tune in each week when Susan Irwin Prowl shares her Keys to the Weekend music events calendar with Justin and DJ. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15%.
The Zone at the Little Rock Touchdown Club is brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Whether your head, neck, upper body, or lower body are giving you problems, ASAP can get you back to a pain-free life. ASAP, life begins when pain ends. For more information, go to their website at arkansasspineandpain.com.
Making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tuck's picking it up. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody
right now we are joined by Central Arkansas head coach Nathan Brown. Coming off back-to-back wins, feeling good, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you were kind of grouchy at halftime the other day when you guys were in control of the game, so I didn't know.
He was grouchy. PTSD from the last time.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
We were up 21-0 down there 2 years ago and let them back in the game, so I just had that in my head.
This was the largest margin of victory in a road conference game in 6 years.
Did not know that. I saw that tweet, though.
Yeah, I misspoke in the first one because I forgot about the non-con game with UAPB last year. But in a conference game, this is the biggest margin in a while. So, again, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's been a very competitive conference the last several years, even going back to the Southland days. So getting, convincing road wins is difficult.
Well, they're hard to come by. I mean, a lot of things have to bounce your way, and, the depth of this league is it's obviously well advertised. I mean, look at the success that this league has had in non-conference play. I think that tells you a lot. I mean, that North Alabama team 3 weeks ago went into double overtime with a top 5 Illinois State team. I mean, so on the road at Illinois State. So you knew the talent was there. So for us to go win a game like that and obviously play the most complete game to date of this season is encouraging. And I talked to our players a lot about this, and you've obviously been a part of every call, during this time I'm talking about. But the last 2 years, we're sitting here in this spot, and we're 5-1, 6-2. We're in a great spot, and then we just kind of peak and fall off at the end of the year. So I'm feeling like we're starting to kind of put ourselves in a position to possibly peaking at the right time. And obviously coming off a bye week, this is going to be a big week for us.
Yeah, you had some injuries early that you had to deal with too, and obviously that starts with your quarterback. I want to talk about him, but you had some other guys, defensive backs, go down. You lost the defensive end who's going to be returning, it looks like, after the bye week. So feels like things from an injury standpoint are also trending in the right direction.
Well, here's what you think about. You see what Austin's done the last 3 weeks at quarterback. That's Austin Myers I'm talking about. He's 2-0 as a starter during that time period. Came in the third series of the Lamar game, really turned that game around. It's kind of like, what if, right? If he doesn't break his foot and he's going into his 7th start of the year, right, or 8th start of the year going out off the bye week, I mean, how much better is he? And he's playing great already, right? So, that's football. That's what you deal with. I mean, we're not the only program that has dealt with injuries or going to deal with injuries. But you're right. This bye week is coming at a good moment. Like I said on the deal the other night after the game, post-game conference was, you can possibly get a Buck Cobbs back. I mean, he's an all-conference caliber defensive end that's been out since the Sacramento State game. So, I mean, there's just a lot of factors into a bye week. Go win a game like that so you can have a good taste in your mouth for 14 days is always a plus.
Your defense seems to be gelling even without him in the mix the last few weeks, too. What's been the key in your mind over the last couple of weeks in kind of finding things over there?
Well, I think they're figuring out what Coach Williams is about. Coach Williams is I've been very, very blunt about this with you. I mean, that dude's a stud. He's a superstar defensive coordinator. He's done it for a long time. I mean, on top of playing almost a decade in the NFL, he's played right next to Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. I mean, the guy's pedigree is unmatched. So I've seen him do it. I've seen him be a conference champion defensive coordinator. He had a good run at Southern Miss. I mean, the guy's the real deal. So I think our guys are figuring out his scheme. I think they went from an ultra-simple scheme the last couple of years under Coach Stacks to a little more sophisticated pro-style scheme. And it's taken a little time to gel. And so what you've seen is guys continue to buy in, continue to trust, be a little more locked in practice time and reps, and you're seeing the fruits of the labor be rewarded, and they played really, really good football really since the second half of the Lamar game.
You guys threw 2 haymakers, one on offense, one on defense right out of the gate the other day. They brought a corner blitz, DJ, hit the quarterback so hard. I've never seen a ball fly that far.
Nice.
They were on the far hash, and the ball flew all the way to the near sideline and out of bounds. That's how hard he got hit.
Was he mid-throw and just
No, it was a fumble. He hadn't let it go yet. It was impressive. And then offensively, first play from scrimmage, they let it go deep, and they were about 3 inches away from a 60-yard touchdown. Ended up calling him down at inside the 1-yard line, and they scored on the next play. So you guys went big ball out of the gate. Was that a mindset going in, be aggressive?
Yes, it was. I mean, look, we have not taken the lead first in a game yet this year, which that's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Even the games we've won, we've had to kind of battle back. So we wanted to be aggressive. We wanted to take our shot. We were on the road. We knew we need to manufacture our own juice, and that's how you do that. And great play call on defense by Coach Williams, getting them behind the sticks. I'm an offensive coach. The last thing you're expecting is a corner blitz on play one.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mark Dorsey comes and saws the quarterback in half, gets a big negative yards play, give him 3 and out. Friday night we got in our walkthrough at the hotel, and I told our offense, I said, I'm going double move deep pass to Malachi first play, make me right. And obviously they did. Austin threw that ball 60, I think it went 64 yards in the air. I mean, he let that ball go, hit it, put it in a bucket, great play, and then obviously it got knocked down on the one, and LC punched it in like he's done all year. So that got started fast, and then really kind of took some blows back toward us. They got their feet about us, got their feet about them, and then we went on a 35-0 run after that.
In those situations, I'm curious, out of the gate, then I'm assuming y'all saw something on film offensively that made you feel like if we're going to pull the trigger, we want it to be here. Same thing on the defensive side of the ball. If we're going to pull the trigger, then we need to send it from the place that we've seen on film. They're vulnerable. What y'all see on tape?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point, DJ. You don't just sit there and blindly call plays. I mean, obviously we're working at it, and you know that as a former player and doing this a long time. I mean, so offensively, speaking more on the offensive terms, since that's the side of the ball I was on, we knew if we brought a short motion, we could get a safety on our outside receiver. So we brought a little short motion. We knew that they were going to jump our out routes because we're especially early in the game. I like getting completions, so consistently I'm banging those quick outs or those quick hitches and stuff like that. Well, we ran a little what I call a little out and up route.
Little out and up,
and the secondary guy bid on it, and Malachi got behind him, and great protection. That was what I challenged our offensive line on. Hey, this is great and all. We can call this. He can be wide open, but man, you got to max protect and do a great job. And obviously, Austin threw a great ball. So yeah, that's a lot of film study. And I have a spot on my play call sheet. You'll appreciate this. I have a spot on my play call sheet. I've had this ever since I was calling plays you can go back years. Talking 2010. I've had it for a long time, but I have at least 8 calls I try to carry every week in a WAO section. You can do the acronym wide
Yeah.
open, right? Wide butt open, you know. And so that was one of our WAO calls, and we had a couple more that worked out that way too in that game. And so I try to scheme up 3, 4 to 5 plays a game where we feel like we can get our wide receivers open, or at least in a one-on-one situation.
Yeah, you guys are fortunate coaching that. And again, I don't want to go crazy and compare these guys to Tyler Hudson and Whittingham, who were there a few years ago. For those who followed Central Arkansas, football, these are two of the most productive receivers that have ever played at the University of Central Arkansas. But Pollard made a play the other day. These are not 50-50 balls anymore, DJ. We call these like 65-35 balls.
Nice.
And this was one where Pollard wasn't even in great position, but he came back, stole it from the defensive back, and took off and went 76 for a touchdown. So that's a pretty nice advantage. And for a quarterback, that's got to give him a lot of confidence to know if I just give him a shot on a man-to-man, we're going to come out of it better more often than not.
Here's a unique spot you're in, and we haven't had this since probably LaJuan and Tyler, where as a play caller, you feel confident in your one-on-one matchups because of the talent you have at wide receiver. And when I say talent, it's not one guy. I mean, you're seeing Malachi do it. You're seeing Tyrell Pollard do it. You're seeing Arlie do it. You're seeing, that's not even counting Ty Durham in there. It's a unique setting of wide receivers. But it's awesome as a play caller to know that, look, it's probably more like 80-20 when it goes to throwing the ball up and them either making the catch or getting a pass interference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a unique deal, and that makes my life so much easier. It makes the quarterback's job so much easier because he has a security blanket, right? I mean, he knows he can throw the ball up. And Austin throws. Here's what I say about Austin. There's a difference in being a great deep ball thrower and being a great catchable deep ball thrower.
Mm-hmm.
He throws it with great trajectory. He drops those balls in a bucket. He gives our guys a chance. Look, they're playing defensive back for a reason. They're probably not great at judging the ball.
Yep.
So put the ball in the air. Don't overthrow them. That's just a long out. That's a long strike, right? Give them a chance with the ball in the air and let those playmakers go make plays.
The psychological point, I'm always curious when you brought that up because it took me back to when we're in the huddle with a max protection type call, and the coach would always say, and we would say this too, quarterback, hey, y'all on this one, hold that block.
Absolutely.
Because this will be a touchdown.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But then you think, why not hold the block every play?
That's true.
What is the psychological point of that?
I don't know. I think you say that a lot of times as a quarterback or as a coach when you know you've got a double move play. You know that something's going to take a little time to develop. Because look, it's just human nature, and natural nature for an offensive lineman or a tight end or even a running back that's filling in his protection. To block 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. All right, play's got to be out. That ball's got to be out.
Yeah.
So on that one, you're thinking, hey man, just that little extra effort.
Boom.
That's all we need. That's all we need for this because we've schemed up this play to get this guy open. And but yeah, I mean it's funny you say that because that is true. That comment is always.
It didn't
made.
hit me till you just said it. It reminds me of when I started working in the news and sweeps came around.
Mm-hmm.
All the boss was like, "Hey, it's sweeps. We need your best work." And I was like, what about every other month? What does that mean?
Slough. Yeah. Talking to Nathan Brown here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club, again brought to you by Arkansas Spine and Pain. Wanted to ask you about Arkansas kids. You just mentioned a couple of them there.
Yeah.
You got a kid from Bologna playing quarterback. You mentioned Malachi out of Van Buren. Really one of the biggest plays I thought of the game the other day was Adam Moe, kid from Bryant, who makes a play on special teams.
Absolutely.
You're backed up in your own end zone, punting it out of there, and he gets a guy in a one-on-one situation. Very dangerous return guy. I'm just curious about your thoughts on sort of the state of football in the state and then the importance of in-state guys on your team currently.
Well, to answer your second part of that question, it's so important to us because, we've got to have some kind of attraction to bring a kid in, whether that's our own doing, whether that's winning, your culture, your tradition, whatever. But that goes up when you're talking about a kid that's 2 hours away, 30 minutes away, maybe even the opposite side of the state, 3 hours away. I mean, not far, right? So there's a little bit extra pride in that, right? They come play for the Bears. They may want to stay and play for the Bears. There may be a better chance to keep a David Walker for 3 years because he's from the state of Arkansas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge for us. But the state of the football in this state, I believe, is at an all-time high. And here's why I say that. I believe, and I recruit – in our footprint, probably 5 different states, truly in our footprint. You can put Texas in there. You can put Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, a little bit of Tennessee. The caliber of high school coaching in the state of Arkansas is really high. It does not get the respect it deserves. Now, if you want to talk about the depth of talent, it may drop off a little bit depth-wise, maybe not top end, but depth-wise to the state of Mississippi or Louisiana, some of those that get all the the publicity about how good they're in this state. And I'm talking all the way from 7A to 2A. You go watch a 2A football team, and this is no knock on these states, but you go watch a 2A football game in Alabama or Mississippi or Louisiana, and they look like they're playing in the 70s. I mean, it just is what it is.
I saw Arch Manning's tape.
Yeah, and then you go to a 2A football game here in the state of Arkansas. I mean, they're spread attack, they're RPO, and they're running modern offenses. I mean, coaching matters, and we've got some high quality coaching in the state right now, and I think that helps us as programs, all the programs, not just Division I programs in this state, but all the Division II programs we have as well.
So you talk about things you have to sell, and you mentioned culture, winning, tradition, all those things. Revenue sharing is a big one too. I remember years ago when I was being told, man, if we don't get cost of attendance, we're gonna be in bad shape, man, because all these other schools are getting it.
That's Stone Age.
Yeah, we've come a long way from there. This is the new cost of attendance, right? You have to have it to be competitive. You got to be thrilled with the news that's come out about revenue sharing and opting in. What do you think that means for your program, and what kind of advantages does that give you?
Well, one, I'm thankful for the work that's been done, not only by Matt Whiting, our athletic director, who y'all just spoke to, but President Houston Davis, our board of trustees. This is not possible without their commitment to this. I like how the University of Central Arkansas didn't just jump in because it was the trend, right? We didn't just say, hey, we're going to go do this because everybody else is doing this. No, we put a strategic plan in place. I believe it's a sustainable plan. Look, the worst thing you can do is make a commitment to something, and then 2 years later you're like, where'd all our money go? Where'd all our wells run dry, or whatever it is, right? And you're making commitments to student athletes that you might not can service. So the plan in place is solid. The people that made that plan are sports people. I think it starts with President Davis. What a great president he is. I mean, look, he's you're talking about record numbers of freshman enrollees. You're talking about some of the commitment we've made scholarship wise to help people get in school at UCA. I mean, he's just done a great job, but he's also the first person to text me after a football game, whether win, lose, draw, whatever it is, and just say, hey, let's go, let's keep going. I mean, he loves the game. He loves our student athletes, and so I'm excited. I think it's a step. I mean, there's a lot of steps that have to be taken. Let's be honest here. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. I think it's going to be massive. I still think we're a year away from seeing the effects of it. I mean, look, it's not like you're going to snap your fingers and all this is just going to be like, wow, we're paying these kids thousands of dollars to do that. No, it's more to it than just that, and the common person may not realize that. And look, there's no doubt that we're still going to hang our hat on the tradition UCA has, the culture that we feel like we have as a program and as a coaching staff, the beauty and just the attraction of Conway and the school in itself. Mm-hmm. But if you got a little bit of change behind that, that's going to help, yes, right? Especially in the transfer world.
100%.
Talked to Matt Whiting about the state of affairs in the league, and it sounds like there may be more change coming with some additional teams coming in potentially, and it's not a very well-guarded secret. It's been reported in a number of different places, but I won't press you about which teams. Little Rock coming in I think is exciting for people at the university. It doesn't affect football, but what do you think of the state of affairs in the league right now and the future of the league?
Well, I think the United Athletic Conference, which we can go back 3 years ago, the vision of the ASUN Conference at that point, which has kind of morphed into this UAC situation, has always been very proactive, has always been very almost innovative thinkers. I believe that our leadership in that conference always has a card in their pocket to play. We're an attractive league as far as competition goes. Look, when you talk about competition, yeah, it would be nice to play in a league where maybe, hey, I can take it off 3 or 4 weeks and win this game and all that. But at the end of the day, it's like playing in the SEC or playing in a Power 4 conference. I mean, like, RPI matters. Like, who you're playing matters. Like, when we're talking about being a 3 or a 4 bid league into the playoffs, you got to have great competition. And so the attraction for other like-minded schools that are financially similar to us, as far as their operating budgets and the way their enrollment is and all those things, and then regional base, obviously that's important. I think that's become more of a factor with the Utah schools leaving. Let's create this kind of regional conference that's going to help us all attract maybe better student athletes, a little better student athlete well-being with the travel and all that stuff. I'm excited. I mean, I think again, I don't know anything confirmed. I'm kind of like y'all. I hear what I hear, but I think it's going to be two very talented football programs over the years. don't really care or know about the other sports. I'm sure they're good too. But I look at it from a football perspective. But I know this: the UAC is going to do it right. University of Central Arkansas is going to do us right. And again, we're going to be one of the. We're trajecting toward another year where we're one of the top 3 RPI conferences in the nation. So that's a big deal.
I like it. All right, we got to hit a break. I appreciate you coming by. Good to see you.
Awesome, guys.
What are you doing tonight? No coach's show.
I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, man.
I
do need to go order my naked wings over at. That's kind of.
There we go. Back to walk on.
There's a little Monday Night Football going on.
Spicy ranch, naked wings, side of queso.
That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Spicy.
He's a redfish guy though.
Oh, every time.
Big redfish.
Over the grits with the crawfish cream sauce.
You can't go wrong with walk-ons.
That was money. I'm not going to be there tonight. We got to stay home and watch the other Bears. So
they're playing pretty good.
They are, but Friday night. Or Friday day, I guess, we're going to be at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville, so we're going to go hang out with the kids.
We're partying with Maddox this weekend.
We're not partying with Maddox.
You seen
DJ? I want you to teach him all your study habits from your college days.
Does he have all A's right now?
I don't know.
Working on it.
He said nope.
You seen Old School? You remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
That's me and Justin this weekend in Fayetteville.
I told him you can't spell Acri without A, and he said, yeah, but you can't spell without C either, Dad. Oh, come on now.
Can we get your frat to pick us up in a van, like blindfold us and stuff?
That's his job. He's
You're killing me, Blue. You're killing me, Blue.
Hey, Max, it's 1 o'clock. I need you to grab me. We're over here on Dixon Street. Come get me. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'll be interesting.
Send me some pictures.
I will.
Yeah. I need a nap first.
I was telling, his fraternity's got a little gathering this weekend, cool. Coach. And
that's awesome.
I was driving back and telling Chris Kane and Steve Owens about it, and they said, I'm very concerned about you this weekend. I said, boys, don't worry about me. We're fine.
We'll show them how it's done.
Yeah. That's what worries me. Uncle DJ's going to show him how it's done.
You're going to be known after this weekend as the Godfather.
We're streaking through the quad. Let's go. And we're streaking. Just me?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try not to embarrass you this weekend.
Just don't pull a Baker Mayfield on Dixon.
Oh, definitely not. No. Listen, if the cops come to me, I'm like, let's go. I'm done.
Or Mark Sanchez.
That too.
Lord, yeah. Got a lot of people to learn from.
Okay, don't get arrested. Don't get stabbed. 2 goals for the weekend with the sun on campus. We'll be on our best behavior. Coach, enjoy the off week, and looking forward to the next outing, man. You almost got to feel like you don't even want to take a weekend off, I would think, with the momentum you guys have going here.
It's like going into halftime with the lead. It's like double-edged sword. You got momentum, and it's like, man, I got to go take these 20 minutes off to go make adjustments, and we don't need to make adjustments. Nice. I don't want them making adjustments, right?
Yeah.
So bye weeks are a double-edged sword, too. You can win them, and you can lose them.
Yep.
That's just facts. So we got to win the week.
Well, get that much healthier, too, right?
That helps.
All right, Coach, appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 11:27, got to hit a break, and come back in a second. We will we'll do our game balls and jock straps from the weekend. There are a lot to hand out. Got some news about Razorback basketball just a little bit ago. They announced the preseason all-conference and the predicted order of finish, which good luck with that these days, but whatever. In fact, it's funny because I got an email sent from the league, and they said, if you want to do predicted order of finish in basketball, I'm like, I don't even know what our team looks like. How the hell am I going to tell you what these other teams in this league are?
It's impossible nowadays.
I have no idea.
Look at Penn State.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they got a pretty good roster, though. I could have told you they're going to be pretty good, but maybe a little overpicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that with Texas, but maybe they're not as bad as we thought.
And
of course, they wrote off Alabama, and, well, here they come. So who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know. It's week to week. It's day to day. Day to day, DJ. You want consistency?
What do you got?
You go to Cash.
Duh.
Cash rocks all the time. 501-850-0265. If you're planning a holiday gathering, I don't care if you're doing it for Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas, it makes no difference to me. Bottom line is, if you're looking for a place to gather up to 150 people together for any common cause, Cash is a great spot. It's a beautiful setting. The food is amazing. The cocktails are outstanding. The service is off the charts. You can't go wrong. And guess what? Downtown, in the evening, they've got free valet parking for you. So you pull up, you jump out, you park your car, they bring it back to you when you're ready to go. Absolutely fantastic. Great for a date night, great for a solo outing, and awesome for big parties. It's Cash in downtown. And, of course, they're always great for lunch during the week as well. Go see them, 501-850-0265. And if you want to see more on their menu or know more about their opportunities for events, check out their website. It's CashLittleRock.com, C-A-C-H-E, LittleRock.com. Game balls, jock straps after the break. Stick around. You're in the zone.
Live and direct from Tiretown. We're rapping, hyping, we can get down. We are ready to roll, so now the world will know.
Randy Rainwater brings Drive Time Sports back to Crane Hyundai of North Little Rock today. Come walk the lot or shop their huge inventory online at CraneHyundaiNorth.com.
This is Sports Center.
In Major League Baseball, the Mariners took Game 1 of the ALCS by beating the Blue Jays 3-1. Game 2 will be today at 4:03 on Fox. FS1. The NLCS will start today as Game 1 of the Dodgers-Brewers is set to go at 7:08. That goal. Former Cowboy running back Rico Dowdle was the star of the game as he had 239 yards from scrimmage. Those 239 all-purpose yards set a franchise record-breaking Christian McCaffrey's 337 yards. Then on Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs made a statement by beating the Lions 30-17. Patrick Mahomes had 4 touchdowns, 3 through the air and 1 on the ground. And tonight there will be 2 Monday Night Football games. The Falcons hosting the Bills at 6:15 on ESPN. Then the Commanders will host the Bears at 7:15 on ABC. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network. It's fall, y'all. Get your vehicles ready for all the seasons ahead. Yes, all of them. Football, the holidays, and our Arkansas weather. Point S Arkansas can take care of your tires, brakes, shocks, or just a general service for the brands you know: Falcon, Toyo, Kumo, Blackhawk, and more. Visit one of their locations today: Tiretown Point S in Benton, Bartlett Tire Point S in Heber Springs, Fleet Tire Point S in Russellville and Pottsville. Online at pointstire.com.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too, so that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is hamburger steak for only $7.49 per pound, with Edwards signature mashed potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agents Lawrence Forrester or Bo Beavis in Cabot or Candace Alford in Gravel Ridge today.
I want you to be sure and check out all the great deals. Go online. I love going on the hawkshomes.net website because you can check out their entire inventory. 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms starting at just $55 a square foot. You can choose from over 65 homes to choose from, and they can have your home delivered in 2 weeks if you choose one off the lot. Takes a little longer, but if you can dream it, they can build it. That's just how simple it is. If you can dream it, they can build it. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat and air. In Hawks Homes, if you need land, they can find it for you, no problem. They can help you find wherever you may want to live, and they'll get all the utilities, land prep, all that can be set up in one loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Spend some time. You still look like an angel. I heard you're doing fine. Got promoted.
This segment is brought to you in part by my friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. If you go to GwatneyChevrolet.com right now, I like promoting websites. It makes it easy. And if you're driving around, you're like, I don't remember everything you said, man. But here's the deal. Remember this, if nothing else, you're going to get treated like family. They've been doing it since 1957. So I strongly encourage you to go see our friends over there. They've got their new inventory, their used inventory broken down. You can go online. You can see all the vehicles they have to offer online at their website, or just pop out and see them in Jacksonville. We're going to go over there for our Employee of the Month segment here coming up a little bit later this week and hang out with them a little bit. But listen, Silverados, they've got all sorts of different packages on those. The Colorado, which my kid drives around, and I've told you that before. And if you like big SUVs, smaller SUVs, something in between, even a sedan, or even a non-Chevrolet vehicle, you're going to get one thing consistently, and that is great service and no-pressure sales environment. And, again, if you need repairs, they got a great service department, too. I mean, you just can't go wrong at Gwatney Chevrolet. Across the board, absolutely fantastic. Go see them. We appreciate you. They appreciate you, and I appreciate you. So check them out online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. jockstrap.com or go see him at the James Street exit in Jacksonville. Let's give out some game balls and jockstraps, shall we?
Game balls and jock straps are brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscape. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA caddy, so he knows what good grass looks like. If you'd like to take your yard to the next level, then hit up Josh and his crew at A Caddy's Touch Landscape. 501-794-2770. Call today.
Game ball, Natalie, purple dress. Drop your ticket, honey.
Drop the ticket.
All right.
Jockstrap, I'm dropping the ticket.
Dropping the ticket.
Game ball
and a jockstrap. Good work. Wow. Good work. Women get sports bras. They don't get jockstraps. Anyway, welcome back. We are here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. My game ball obviously goes to Indiana, passing a huge test. Kurt Cignetti, guys. Kurt Cignetti. Remember that name.
Kurt Cignetti.
Arkansas, let me just give you a little heads up. Get that Brinks truck loaded up.
Really?
Drive it to Bloomington. Park in front of his house, and don't leave until he says yes.
Wow, like that, huh?
Like that.
Would he leave that?
You talk about a program that ain't done blank ever. Come on. What are we doing?
What is the, I think I saw this right. No 5 stars on that roster. Just a handful of 4 stars.
Welcome to Arkansas.
They got money over there?
No.
No, Indiana.
Yeah, for basketball.
Yeah, they're not spending money on football.
It's a basketball school, man. Come on. What's up now? Okay. Anyway, and listen, here's the thing. I think, and listen, I'm not going to speak for listeners or fans of the SEC, but I do think while people here feel like, oh, the SEC is the best and everybody else kind of blows, you do have a certain level of respect for a couple schools, and I think Oregon's one of them.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning's a tough-minded dude who's also got a pretty dynamic offense, and they just got it handed to them at home this weekend. So if you don't respect anything else, you got to respect that.
Did you watch it?
No, I was busy. I had my game. But I was following the scores, and I was just like, dude.
What's happening?
They're going to screw around and win this. 30-20. I mean, they won it. It wasn't even fluky. I mean, they were just a better team on Saturday. They're really, really good. They're really, really well coached, and it's on the road. And Outson's not an easy place to play. In fact, it's an extremely difficult place to play. So, anyway, big time. Got to give a game ball, 2 of them, to the Mariners. That is the Travelers Parent Club, of course. The Mariners go 15 innings Friday night. 15 innings. And walk-off single for Polanco.
Nice.
To win it for the Mariners and advance over the Tigers.
Polanco?
Polanco.
And
they win it, and then they turn it into, it's like, are they tired? Are they worn out? No. They beat Toronto in Game 1 of the ALCS. They're just fine. Don't worry about them. I do have to give I don't even want to give him a jockstrap. I'm going to give him a little bit of both because I kind of respect the passion, and it's something that could happen to me. But you got to be careful, man. Every mic must be treated like it's hot. And I've seen guys I know that work in broadcast, they don't even turn their mics off. They just assume the guy back in the studio is going to do it. My mic is going off as soon as I stop talking, every time.
Ultimate level of trust.
Yeah. And again, it's nothing on them. You have a responsibility, and if it's not going into your system, it can't come out of your system. But anyway, their play-by-play guy, he was going to break, and they were coming back. He's like, we're coming back for the recap of the game. And this is after they lost in 15 innings. This is the Tigers broadcaster. He said, I don't have to do a blank, he said, F word. He said, F this game recap. He said, oh, I'm sorry, was that out loud? Joking around. And then he turns out, it was on.
It was out loud?
Yeah, it was out loud, actually, on the mic. Anyway, but he ended up coming back and apologizing. But I can't imagine calling a 15-inning game. I mean, golly, I don't blame the guy at all. But, I mean, you just can't do that. So, anyway.
Jockstrap, 2. Iowa State. I've got 2 jockstraps. 1 losing that game, but an even bigger jock. Did Colorado storm the field?
Yes.
Bigger jockstrap.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
What are you doing?
I will not defend it. Iowa State is not worthy
to
storm the field against. But I can't remember how long it's been, but maybe 15 or 20 years since they've beaten a ranked team.
Oh, Colorado? Wow.
Since they've beaten a ranked team at home.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Top 25.
Okay,
so
maybe they get a little bit of pass.
Yeah. Still. And also, jockstrap to Dion, too, because he's like, I love the field storming.
I agree.
Kids don't belong on the field. Stay off the field, idiots. He was shocked at the fine. He didn't even.
He said, "Wait a minute, that's a thing."
I was like, "Where have you been?"
If somebody stormed the field when Colorado lost, which will never happen because they'll never be relevant enough, but I don't think he'd be singing the same tune.
Yeah, I was having this conversation and I don't know what this says about our program.
Okay.
Will Arkansas ever have to worry about players getting off the field fast enough from a team fan base storming the field?
No.
Boy, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Maybe in basketball, court storming. Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe we can get there.
But football, never?
No.
Tough. Anyway, game ball to, I would say, the fourth quarter at the Arkansas-Tennessee game. I not one for moral victories at all, but you have to be, even me, even though I pick stuff apart, you have to be happy with at least the production that you saw in the fourth quarter. But once again, Jockstrap 2 coming out of halftime flat offensively. That has to get brushed up. It has to get fixed. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Hopefully Coach Petrino can get something going, which he needs to against Texas A&M.
I'm going to give a game ball to Rico Dowdle, the Panthers running back. He had 239 yards rushing and receiving combined against his former team, the Cowboys, who he spent 5 years with. That is a Panther record. Christian McCaffrey held the previous record at 237. He's went 2 straight weeks over 200-plus yards. The rest of the NFL has one such game, I believe.
Go ahead.
Game ball. I'm going to give one to Baker Mayfield. What a baller. They had a 3rd and 14 at one point. He looked like he was going to go down, get sacked. He ended up scrambling, getting the first down. He's got the Buccaneers at 5-1 on the season. Jockstrap. I'm going to give one to the Cowboys. They lost to the Panthers. What an embarrassing loss.
No.
They are 2-3-1 now.
An embarrassing loss is the New York Jets.
I was going to say that extra Jockstrap to the coaching
sweatiest, stinkiest, nastiest,
awful.
Played in 7 games and never got washed jockstrap to the New York Jets.
What was going on before halftime?
It was the worst passing performance in organization history. Organization history. They blew an opportunity to score before the half because they were getting the ball back in the second half, and they were like, we're good. We just don't want to give them the ball back. So as opposed to trying to score, they just basically ran the clock out. They finished, Christian, with a franchise low -10 passing yards.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Half. Justin Fields had, 45 passing yards on the game?
I think it's safe to say that the Fields...
-10 net passing yards. They had 55 sack yards, 45 passing yards, net 10 minus, net -10. They had a negative passing number. Luckily, they rushed for a few yards, so they didn't have 0 yards total. But it was like 83 yards total, I think, in the game.
Jockstrap for Kurt Warner not telling us how he really felt calling that game. Did you see that? Did you see?
No, it was too early in the morning. I was still sleeping.
When they got the ball back and they had a chance to go score, it was the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen. They end up converting on a third, maybe a 4th down. Yes, it was a 4th and whatever. They went for it. They said, okay, they want to go put some points on the board. And they come out with no timeouts left, and they hand the ball off. And then you hear silence in the broadcast booth. And then I'm not sure who was with Kurt Warner, and then who's with the color guy, right? Or the broadcast play-by-play. And he says, Kurt Warner's up here, looks like his hair is on fire. I need you to say something, Kurt. And he's silence. Like, he didn't know what to say. He was lost for words.
Well, apparently the receiver got mad and got into it with their coach, too. So it's it's not a good situation over there.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Jockstrap, Florida State. 3 straight losses.
Well, again, the Virginia game was a trap. You know, that was an incredible environment on a Friday. And then the next week losing to a really good Miami team that's second in the country, okay. But this week losing at home to Pittsburgh, It was also Michael Norvell's birthday.
Oh, that's rough.
I texted him. I was like, good luck today and happy birthday. I just got a thumbs up on her, a like on it today. So I guess he was a little busy on Saturday night.
Wasn't a great birthday.
You should go delete the text.
I don't have very many coaches' numbers, and now I kind of wish that I didn't have his. I feel bad, but man, that sucks.
They got Stanford this week. Should be a good.
Yeah, well, you'd think, right?
Should be.
That's what James Franklin thought about UCLA and
Northwestern.
Yeah. All right, let's hit a break, and when we come back, we'll do the Red White Report. We're kind of all out of order here, so we
got a few calls. Maybe we could take on the other side as well.
Well, if you got them, you can take them now.
Okay.
We can hit them
Kevin,
quick. That's fine.
are you still there?
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, buddy?
I just first of all wanted to say I got to watch DJ's podcast the other day, and I think he's doing a bang-up job with that career. He should keep doing it for sure.
Great job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
My question to DJ is, how is that not a targeting call against Braylon on that fumble? Dude bent over and speared him. And they're saying there's no evidence, and I don't see how that's possible. And I'd like to give a game ball to the guys for showing some effort on defense this week. I hate we keep finding a way to beat ourselves in the end, and I'll hang up and listen. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.
I would say so much for the Braylon play, just where the contact happened. If it was like head or shoulder, neck area leading with the crown of the helmet, but yeah, the crown of the helmet, the only thing it really did hit was the ball itself. You take that out of the equation and you get a little bit more helmet to helmet, then yeah, I could see that being called. I am glad they got Talon's though. You saw that one? Lou tried to finish Talon.
They almost never call it on running backs too. Running backs is like,
it's tough.
Sorry guys, it's like they're second-class citizens. Like you don't get any protection at all.
I think running backs also they lower their head as well.
Oh yeah,
a lot of time, so it's hard to.
I will say this: in running backs, I'm perfectly fine with it happening to defenseless players, and I say that just because I'm trying to adjust to the way that it is and stop complaining when it happens every single time. But the running back one is tough. I mean, imagine trying to tackle Adrian Peterson back in the day, who would literally lower the crown of his helmet, and you have to try to avoid that. That's almost impossible.
He's getting ankled.
Yeah.
Also, haven't heard from this guy in a long time. Navy Mike's on the line.
Oh.
Still alive at this hour. Carolina must have won this weekend. What's up, dude?
Hey, Justin. Hey, what's up, DJ?
Hey, Navy Mike.
Hey, guys. You know, I just want to, go Black Cats, go Carolina Panthers, baby. But what I wanted to do was shout out my proud, fighting U.S. Navy midshipmen. We're 6-0, 4-0 in conference. We should be a perfect 8-0 when we roll up in South Bend and take those Irish down.
How'd that go
and
last
that will
year?
happen. And we will be in the playoffs. We will be the first service academy to go in the playoffs.
I'd
this
love
year.
to see it happen.
Book it.
I'd love
Thank
to see
you.
it happen, but
See
I
you
don't
guys.
think it's going to happen. All right, see you, buddy. Navy is, as of today, unranked. But good that they're undefeated. I haven't seen their schedule, I guess.
I haven't heard from him in a while. Almost didn't recognize
Long
his
time.
voice.
Yeah. Well, he also sounded semi-positive and didn't stutter much, so that was pretty
Is
good.
that what it was?
Yeah, he didn't stammer.
He's locked in.
He's like,
Team is undefeated.
yep.
Panthers did well.
Yes, he's got a lot to brag about.
I think the Panthers are 500 for the first time since 2021. It's been a while.
Jockstrap to Jerry Jones, too.
Oh, no. What
He
happened?
was
What'd he do?
shockingly unavailable after the game the other day.
Oh.
Oh, this is the day you don't want to yammer? You don't want to flap your gums?
Is he unavailable? Does he usually do interviews after the
He's
game?
Mr. Spokesman.
Yeah, he
yes.
wants to.
Why does he do that?
It's so
Shouldn't.
dumb.
Name one other owner GM that does that.
No one.
Can't find one.
No one does
Across
that.
any, I don't know. Anyway.
It's dumb. Red White Report coming up. Got some basketball news for you in addition to football.
Before we head to break, a good way not to be dumb is to educate yourself.
That is.
I'm going to tell you about a really cool opportunity. A lot of people, if you're in a spot right now in your life where you just feel stuck and something that may be holding you back is just a little higher education. Well, I got you covered. Looking to get your GED, maybe you need job training for a new position on your current job. Well, adult education, that's right. The Arkansas Adult Education Center has you covered. And listen to this. Best part. You ready? You ready? It's free.
Oh.
That's right. Certified nursing assistant, commercial driver's license, certificate in welding. I mean, welders, oh, man, they can charge an arm and a leg. We need them, y'all. Medical assistant, OSHA 10N, OSHA 30, much, much, much more. Please take advantage of the free, I'll say it one more time, yes, free classes and training that can increase your money-making potential. That sounds nice. Get you certified and great-paying jobs. Okay, I'll take it. Or even improve your English language skills. You need that. Cool thing about it, too, I know a lot of people, if you're trying to make ends meet, well, then you're most likely busy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a night class or anything. They work around your schedule to make it happen. Call today. Learn about the free programs and services that can prepare you to move ahead. 1-877 877-963-4GED. That is 4433. One more time, 877-963-4GED. Or you can visit them at dws.arkansas.gov/adult education. We'll be right back after the break.
Do you experience feelings of dread when your current car payment is due? Have you or anybody in your family been slimed by another dealer? If the answer is yes, then don't waste another minute. Pick up your phone and call Gwatney Buick GMC at 501-945-4444 because this month, the Loan Busters are putting your current loan on ice. 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation, up to 20% below MSRP. 2026 Canyon two-wheel drive, just $399 a month. 2026 Buick Encore GX at $199 a month. So if you currently have a big payment, the Loan Busters are ready to relieve you. Who you gonna call? Call Gwatney, 501-945-4444. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock, next to Sam's Club. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit. Sierra based on MSRP of $55,095. Canyon and Encore are low mileage leases.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
He's a world champion arm wrestler and one of QC Kinetics' most outspoken advocates. When Monster Mike Todd severely injured his bicep, doctors recommended a career-ending surgery.
Well, I definitely was never going to do that because I'm a competitive athlete.
And he didn't have to, because the QC Kinetics Little Rock medical team jumped into action, treating the damage using Mike's own orthobiologics. No need for surgery.
I think QC Kinetics was a huge help in my recovery. The percentages were that I would never make it back to this level.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments have helped transform, relieve, and restore thousands of patients with injuries and joint pain.
There's a pretty good chance that with under 15 weeks, I'll be competing for the heavyweight world title. Yeah, so I might be 24-time world champion by the end of the year.
You got this, Mike. And for anyone listening who's dealing with joint pain, the QC Kinetics consultation is free. So give them a call today.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Welcome back to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
What magic spells will be doing for us, and I'm giving up my life to this world, only to be told I can see.
All right, everybody, welcome on back to the Touchdown Club. Nathan Brown, almost getting set to talk here in just a little bit. Before we get cranked back up, tell you about my friend Alan LeVar over there at LeVar Law. If you driving down the interstate, look on the billboard to see his nice, smiling, grinning face. And it matches the personality. He really is big time, and he's going to take care of you. So if you're looking for a personal injury lawyer, Alan LeVar, I'm telling y'all, he will have your back, okay? Car accident, truck accident, motorcycle, bike, road bike, skateboard, dog bite, anything, amusement park ride, Alan LeVar will take care of you. I know sometimes things happen, and it really throws you in an inconvenient spot, and sometimes you need some money to help you get paid. And if somebody is at fault and it's not you, you sometimes need somebody to make sure you get the best possible outcome, and Alan LeVar is the guy. Multiple locations across the state, over 20 years of experience, $58 million in settlements to his clients alone. He's not worried about the bottom line, y'all. He's worried about taking care of his people and making sure he keeps people out on those roadways accountable for bad driving so you don't have to. So once again, you find yourself in a spot, multiple locations, like I said, as far as Arkadelphia. You got Jonesboro right here in Central Arkansas. If you'd like to learn more for phone numbers and other addresses, all you have to do is go to lavarlaw.com.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Big day for Mike Washington.
Big day.
131 yards rushing with a touchdown, averaged almost 7 yards per carry. Unfortunately, it comes in a loss. Arkansas outgains Tennessee 496 to 485, but where it matters the most, they came up 3 points short. Arkansas did a great job of playing clean football. The one penalty for 10 yards. Tennessee had 10, and this is in a road game for Arkansas. That is so remarkable. I just remarked about it.
Discipline.
Yes.
Coach P. You know, one thing we talked about, what could be a recipe, is maybe for Coach P not to do the classic score as fast as possible.
Yeah.
First half, he did that.
I wish they would get 20 penalties a game and not turn the ball over. Anyway, Arkansas comes up short. 2:30 kick this weekend against Texas A&M. Big basketball news, the AP Top 25 just dropped like it's hot. And Arkansas is in the top 25. No surprise there. They are 14th, right behind Arizona, ahead of Alabama. Number 1, Purdue, Houston, Florida, the Huskies of UConn, and St. John's is 5th.
Hey, they were really good last year.
How'd I miss that? Just kidding.
Remember?
Yes, I do, unfortunately. They were a little too good. Duke, Michigan, BYU, Kentucky, and Texas Tech round out the top 10. So
we beat St. John's. We lost to Texas Tech.
Yes. All right, so let's go. What else? Oh, SEC news, basketball related. They have dropped the preseason predictions. Arkansas picked to finish 5th.
Oh.
Behind Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. And then South Carolina picked dead last in the league. Auburn picked right behind Arkansas. And nobody on first team. Here's your first team. Alex Condon, Florida. Josh Hubbard from Mississippi State. Owe from Kentucky, who is the preseason player of the year. Pettiford from Auburn. And LeBaron Philon Jr. from Alabama. Any relation to the former Arkansas defensive lineman? Assume not.
I don't think so. I think I looked into that last year.
Boogie Flan's second team All-SEC preseason, but he's playing for Florida now. Arkansas did get 2 third-teamers, DJ Wagner and Carter Knox, 2 on the third team for Arkansas. So there you go.
Do they do that in football, the player of the year before the year starts? Or is that just a basketball thing?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. They do the teams and stuff, right?
Oh, over the weekend, the Razorback scrimmage at Banco ZK Arena had a bunch of guys in double figures. Nick Pringle had 22 points and 10 rebounds. Carter Knox, 19 and 7. And Acuff, Darius Acuff Jr., 20 points, 2 rebounds. So a bunch of guys, like I said, Isaiah Sealy, the Springdale product, 14 points and 5 boards for him. So a lot of guys doing a lot of things there. And then volleyball, man, they've been struggle bussing. They lost on Friday. They lost again yesterday. They have kind of stumbled out of the gate here in volleyball. 1-5 in the SEC and 5-12 on the season. DJ just made that face like, hey, what's wrong?
Christian, who's our scorer in basketball?
It's a great question. I would lean towards Carter Knox, probably.
You feel good about that?
They got dudes.
I think we just got a bunch of guys. I don't think anybody's going to go out and average 20 points a game or get close to that. I think we're going to have a lot of guys that average between 10 and 15.
Gotcha.
All right, Nathan Brown is coming up at the top of the hour here at the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Stick around. You are in the zone. And we got a final 60 minutes coming up.
At Arkansas Spine and Pain, we believe one thing above all. When pain ends, life begins. Whether you're chasing a touchdown, a grandkid, or just chasing relief from chronic pain, we're here to help you get back in the game pain-free. Proud sponsors of the Little Rock Touchdown Club and proud to serve Arkansans who refuse to let pain win. Call Arkansas Spine and Pain today, 501-227-0184, because when pain ends, life begins. Arkansas Spine and Pain, ASAP.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway, a new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Baz and Justin.
Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
The Maumelle community is mourning one of their own. Beloved school resource officer Christopher Stroud died over the weekend after a battle with kidney cancer. Stroud served the city of Maumelle for nearly 3 decades before working as a school resource officer starting in 2011. The Maumelle police chief says Stroud's influence goes beyond the school due to his ability to build genuine relationships. His funeral will be held tomorrow at the First Baptist Church of Mayflower at 12:30 p.m. A public viewing will be from 10 a.m. to noon. And just a reminder, you still have time to vote for the only Arkansas school competing to win $1 million for stadium renovation. Dierks High School is a finalist for the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights competition. They're currently in first place, and you can vote every single day until October 24. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Justin and DJ are taking the Zone to Fayetteville Friday to broadcast on location from Walk-Ons with a preview of the Arkansas-Texas A&M game. The Zone Friday at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It'll be a mostly sunny day. No rain in a forecast, although there could be some rain showers in northwest Arkansas today. Here in central Arkansas, we'll top out at 85 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear down to 61. And a beautiful sunny Tuesday at high of 84. Also sunny and 84 on Wednesday. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never even knew you needed. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our Rake in the Fall savings event. The first 50 homeowners who call will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. In as little as 1 day, we'll take your old bathtub down to the studs and complete the installation of your brand new custom-designed walk-in shower. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
The boating season is winding down, but the work isn't over yet. Don't just put your boat away. Protect your investment. Give it the professional winterization it deserves at Trader Bill's Outdoor Sports. Whether you need a basic package or a premium service, we've got you covered. Get expert motor winterization, shrink wrapping, detailing, and secure storage options. We can even deliver it back to you in the spring, ready to go with a hot battery and full of gas. Get your boat to us before October 31st and receive a 10% early bird discount. Visit TraderBills.com.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. It's said that beauty is only skin deep, but ugly goes clear to the bone. Or as these Gen Zers and Gen Alphas would say, chopped. Chopped is the new synonym for ugly or unattractive by this bunch, which is rich, as this is the same group that usually gets offended by, well, everything. This ugly thing to say overlooks a couple of things. First, as Abraham Lincoln said, God prefers ordinary-looking folks. That's why he made so many of them. Amen and amen. Get thee to Double B's for a protein-packed, hot, and delicious homemade breakfast sandwich. They rock. There's one with your name on it, my friend. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive a free pressure washer. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot, or take a look on Facebook.
Hey, what's up? It's Kramer, Drive Time Sports. And Monday, when Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer get back live in the Eat My Catfish studio, they're bringing in Ray Tucker, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Fox 16 Sports Director Courtney Mims, Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway, The Shooter, Pat Bradley, thanks to Bet Saracen, and Monte Harrison, thanks to Absolute Roofing's Tiger Lee. We'll see you Monday right here on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated.
All right, back to the Little Rock Touchdown Club, 12:06. Thanks to Arkansas Spine and Pain. Let's dive right in on a quick entertainment report. Birthdays. Nathan Brown will join us. Well, not us, but the Touchdown Club. And Coach is one of those that likes to speak to the club. He's not a big. He's not going to sit there and do Q&A. He'll take some questions after, but he's got a little agenda he wants to go through, and he does a great job here at the Touchdown Club every year, and that's why they keep asking him back over and over again. All right, let's get to it.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Wes Moore, this is for you. Entertainment sports crossover story. We just got the announcement for the kickoff for the Arkansas game against Auburn. 11:45. What a weird kickoff time. Christian, I got to tell you, been doing this a long time. I can't remember last time Arkansas had an 11:45.
No, it's usually 11 or noon.
What is it, 11:40? Even 11:30?
11:30 makes sense, yeah.
I mean,
what's it on?
I don't know that, but I don't care. I mean,
11:45.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
11:45 is so weird. Anyway, they're going to start at 8:30 that day, so 7:30 for us. This is so strange to me. Anyway, all right. Sad news: Diane Keaton dead at the age of 79. Excellent actress. Oscar nominated for her role in Reds. She won for Annie Hall an Oscar. She was nominated for Something's Gotta Give. Great in that one. Marvin's Room, which I don't think I've seen. And, of course, she was in The Godfather, Father of the Bride, Baby Boom. A bunch of great films.
You said 79?
What?
You said 79?
79.
Did something happen? Or
she died.
Like natural causes?
I don't know the cause of death. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like that's relatively
not
super
that old? No, it
Yeah.
isn't. It isn't. I mean, I'm almost 79 now. All right, let's go. This is a story I love. I told DJ this in the break, Christian. This is a no-brainer. There is an airline. It's WestJet. WestJet announced that starting in October, this month, it's going to offer premium cabin seating at an extra cost, including reclining seats. There's a feature with new seats, adjustable headrest, enhanced cushion, and back support, but they're going to charge you to recline your seat. There are no reclining seats in the new extended comfort section of the economy cabin. The 36 seats located directly behind premium will have extra legroom and will be separated by a cabin divider. but they're going to charge extra for reclining chairs.
Okay, so at first when you were telling me, I thought you said they were going to charge you if you decide to recline.
Yeah, well, that's what they should do.
Oh,
I thought
like,
that
would you like
was
to
the
recline?
thing,
That'll
too.
be $5, sir. But the reclining seats is in a new extended comfort section. So the seats that are in the regular section do not have the ability to recline,
Got
which
you.
is how every airline seat should be created.
Oh.
Well, it's true. Over the weekend at the box office, Trump underpunted. I don't know what they were expecting, but that's the case. Channing Tatum's Roof Man got second place, $8 million. One battle after another, hanging tough with $6.7 million. All right, let's do birthdays, Christian.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right. By the way, the Buzz Golf Tournament is tomorrow. If you want to sign up a last-second team for the morning, you're probably not supposed to, but I bet if you sign up, we'll let you. 1037thebuzz.com. We are teeing it off at 8 o'clock tomorrow out at Rebsman. I checked it out last week. Great shape. Greens are spectacular right now. Really good spot. Looking forward to hanging out over there tomorrow. Also, SEC Media Days tomorrow, thanks to First Security Bank. Trey Schapp will be in attendance as part of the coverage for the Buzz. And by part of the coverage, I mean all the coverage for the Buzz. So I appreciate Trey. Appreciate First Security Bank. Appreciate you. And I got to thank our friends at Tito's for sponsoring the golf tournament. Tito's Handmade Vodka. One of our great sponsors, along with Double B's, Bud Light, Twin Peaks, Old Shan. Corky's and Sonic going to provide food as well. All right, Christian, we can do whatever you like.
You want to play for something or you want to play for pride?
Let's make it quick since we got this
pride.
all going on. On this day in 1975, guys, John Denver won a Country Music Association award.
Sunshine on My Shoulder.
I don't know what the song was, but we'll go with that. I think that was in 1975. In 1997, he did not win Pilot of the Year honors. Too soon?
No, I think we're 50 years out. I think we're good.
Golly, 97. That is almost, huh? Not 50, but still.
I thought you said 75.
75, yes.
Okay.
97 is when he died.
Okay. I did.
On this day in 2016, Bob Dylan awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. And on this day in 2019, Simone Biles became the most decorated gymnast in history, winning her record 25th medal at the World Championships in Stuttgart. All right, Christian, DJ, here we go. This guy he's better known as the Red Rocker.
Red Rocker.
He is
Brian Scalabrini.
He was one of two men to front Van Halen.
Oh, Sammy Hagar.
Correct, how old?
Sammy Hagar is 72.
So
73.
He's 78. If this woman was a journalist, she would tell you that there are
Megyn Kelly.
5 important questions you have to ask yourself. Who, what, when, where, and why?
Nancy Kerrigan.
That's right, Nancy Kerrigan.
What? Oh, yeah.
She got whacked in the knee.
Yeah,
it's not funny, but it's sad. Anyway.
That's so messed up.
How old is Nancy Kerrigan today, DJ?
She is 56. Is she?
Wow, big fan.
Wow, big fan.
When they brought her cupcakes for her birthday, she really wanted a full cake, and she said, why? God bless her. Anyway, I'm going to go to hell. This woman is a former child star along with her brother.
Drew Barrymore.
Donnie.
Brother, child
She's still a
star.
TV personality.
Candace Cameron Bure.
Happy birthday, Marie Osmond. She is 66. This guy is an actor and comedian, and he is a man who takes on many personalities. Not because he's got mental illness, but because he's
Jeff Dunham.
He's that kind of character actor. Borat, anyone?
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen.
We'll call it a tie. DJ, how old is he?
Sasha is 53.
No, Christian.
He's 55.
He's 54, no point. And last but not least, this man will tell you, you can call him Al, but there's 50 ways to leave your lover.
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf. Yeah. No.
There's 50 ways to leave your lover?
Yes. And you know how you get there? You take a bridge over troubled water.
I don't know his name.
Paul Simon?
Are you joking me right now? Paul Simon.
Okay.
That should have been enough. You both get jock straps for not knowing that
I should've
immediately.
got that.
How old's Paul Simon, Christian?
Paul Simon is...
Mr. Who's he married to again? Lisa Loeb. Lisa Loeb?
Was it?
No.
No.
He's married to... Who's the lead singer of the New Bohemians?
No
Lisa
clue.
Loeb?
Lisa Loeb had one hit, right? By herself?
Yeah. Stay.
Yeah.
Who is he married to? He's married to some singer.
It's somebody more notable, I think, than
Yes,
Lisa
but
Loeb.
not much more notable than that.
What's his name?
Paul Simon.
Don't look him up. You don't know his birthday.
I won't see that.
How old is he, Christian?
He is 81.
PJ.
82.
He's 84. PJ wins.
Yes.
Don't tell me her name. I want to guess. Her name is driving me nuts. Paul Simon's wife. I'll think about it.
Hey, what's going
We
on?
had some D3 auto sales texts in the meantime. Let me check. Is Rex still yammering?
They're young.
He is yammering out there. He's still talking. Gosh. Let me start doing the D3. I'll start doing D3 auto sales text line, and then it'll come to me. I guarantee you. That's how it always happens. It's weird how that works. If you want to join us, 501-661-1037. That's the text line. Yes?
He's had a few.
Well, but his current wife I'm talking about.
Current wife.
His current wife is a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is something. What's it start with? First name?
E.
Her name is Elaine Bennis.
No.
Her first name
Initials
is...
are EB.
Initials
are EB.
Yeah.
Edie Brickell.
There you go.
Yes. All right, here we go. Edie Brickell, thank you very much, everybody. You guys are so smart. Much smarter than me.
Carrie Fisher.
For a year. Okay. Brady says, okay, didn't say anything. Did DJ get the John Denver reference? No, Cattleman. We had to tell him that he died. He was very sad to find out.
Yeah.
If you listen to Morning Buzz, I didn't. You can't make Arkansas fans happy. 2 weeks ago, people were begging for effort and change. You get both, and it's still a loss. What do you expect? It's a huge improvement. That's all you can ask. That's true. Hey, we signed up for the tourney tomorrow and haven't received an email with details. Can you forward that, please? Call Chuck or email Chuck at signalmedia.com. Chuck at... I still don't know where that's coming from.
You still hear it?
Yes,
What
it's
is
so
that?
weird. I don't know.
It sounds like Rex.
Yeah, it does. Maybe it's just coming through the board even when it's off. It's so weird. I think if Arkansas State or UCA beat Arkansas on a neutral field, their fans would definitely storm the field. I think that's fair.
I can see that.
Can't say never. Who in their right mind ever thought garbage Indiana would be in the top 5? That's fair. Listen, if Indiana can do it, why can't Arkansas? Please mention Tennessee mocking Ryan Mallett on Saturday. Tennessee didn't mock Ryan Mallett on Saturday.
I don't know if that was intentional.
One stupid idiot moron dum-dum had a skeleton with a Ryan Mallett jersey on his dumb boat, and one stupid moron idiot goober booger eater Tennessee fan does not a fan base make. So, yes, that guy deserves a giant sweaty stinky jockstrap, but I don't think the fan base does.
Every time I see it, so that was done intentionally?
I don't know if it was intentionally as a shot at Mallett, but regardless, it was poor taste. And I don't think it's indicative or representative of the fan base. Green and the offense still turning the ball over at key times doesn't help Bobby's case for head coach. Yeah, well, JW, I can't blame Bobby for that particular part of the missteps this weekend. Speaking of Tex ass, what's the deal with Dal ass? Listen, they are in the struggle bus. It's hilarious. I mean, it's just amazing to me. I agree with your take on fumbles, including the Braylon fumble, not his fault. However, it does appear to me that Braylon's carrying a few extra pounds. I like a big back, but maybe could stand to lose some. Listen, he's running fine. And, by the way, he punished it, dude. Did you see him bury that guy in the turf? That was hilarious.
It was awesome.
Very impressive. Be careful, DJ. Don't want Braylon's dad
Got to be careful.
Call and come at you again. Listen, what did DJ say? It's not Braylon's fault. Guy put his helmet on the ball. Braylon couldn't do anything about it. So, really, he's absolved of any wrongdoing whatsoever. What a butt kisser you became. I mean, you used to be Mr. Critical.
Yeah, this T-Mobile.
All right, David's talking about something else now. We'll head in here and listen to Coach Brown in a second. I went to the fair, and the Ferris wheel got me. All that creaking and swaying while they leave you at the top is fun. That's why I hate the Ferris wheel. You sit there and wait for people to load and unload half the time. The fair overall was great. 38 Special was so fantastic. I was shocked how good it was. The crowd was really into it. They sounded really good. Christian, you'd have been blown away, I think. It was actually really, really good.
38
I'm not
special?
just saying that. Yes. I mean, they're in their 70s.
Yeah.
And I had this guy tell me this great story. This is actually a really cool story. It was weird because he came up to me and said something to me in the men's room. It was just me and him in there. It was late in the show. And he goes, yeah, my wife and I, our first date was 38 special here at Barton 42 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, that's amazing. He goes, she's wearing the same shirt she bought that night.
her.
I'm like, that is cool as heck.
That's cool stuff.
It was awesome.
42 years?
42 years.
It's
They've
cool
been
she
doing
can
it for
still fit
50
it.
years. I know, that's what he said.
wild.
He said not for me, but
Yeah.
but she.
Exactly.
Zach says, I know I'm a homer, but I absolutely believe Bobby Petrino did enough to get my fondest Razorback memories involve him being on the Sunday. Zach, you silly goose.
I don't know how you can come to that conclusion after one game. We did play better. I was giving that. I mean,
have we seen anything on KJ Jackson to know if he made quicker, better decisions passing the ball? Don't know.
we're talking about going away from Taylor Green now.
Man, relax.
Yeah.
Justin, how about the crazy Sheridan game Friday night? Sheridan scored 50, gave up 84, I think, to Benton. Did you see that, DJ?
I did see that.
Yeah. Ice cream.
We're here on Wednesday, right? So I'll get ice cream.
4.
Wednesday, we are at
we're at Hot Springs.
Hot
We're at the
Springs
Hot
Documentary Film Festival. You should get ice cream, though, Christian.
I bet Coach Kelly will come out there.
I think he should go to the studio and take Christian ice
I
cream.
think he should.
Yep.
I'm on that side.
Mm-hmm.
On the road 4 times this week, I believe.
We are tomorrow for the golf tournament. Thank you, Tito's Handmade Vodka. Wednesday at the Hot Springs Documentary Film Festival. Friday at Walk-Ons in Conway. Thursday, we are in studio Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's our one day. You could have played highlights from Detroit KC since Mahomes got his 300 TD and was the quickest to get to 300. Thanks, Rebecca. I could have also played the play at the end of the game where the kid from Detroit started a fight. Knucklehead. He should have gotten a jockstrap. I like that his coach called him out right after the game, though. That was good. A win versus A&M will get Petrino hired. Ooh, boy. This guy says 1 ounce of ice cream per point in the loss. Oh, my God, we'd be so fat. Christian, yes, Arkansas can be good enough for teams to storm the field if they get beat. In 2011, Arkansas was ranked number 3. You don't think a lower-level SEC team wouldn't have stormed the field? Also, let me remind you that after Gene Stallings and right before Nick Saban, no one else would have stormed the field against Alabama. These things run in cycles.
The way it's going right now, I think it'll be quite some time before that happens. I'll just say that.
All right, let's see. They're clapping. Is that Nathan Brown time?
Hard to believe we actually been able to watch you guys grow up. And I think Rex and Chris.
David's still talking. It's 11. It's 12:21.
Can we take a break?
May or may not get Coach Brown up there.
They might.
Yeah, go ahead, Christian. Let's go. Quick break. Come back. We'll hear from Nathan Brown here at the Touchdown Club. Stick around.
Justin and DJ are taking the zone to Fayetteville Friday to broadcast on location from Walk-Ons with a preview of the Arkansas-Texas A&M game. The zone Friday at Walk-Ons in Fayetteville.
This is SportsCenter.
The first game of the second Bobby Petrino era was competitive as Arkansas lost to Tennessee 34-32 in Knoxville. If not for turnovers, Arkansas easily could have won, but the Razorbacks fumbled 4 times, losing possession 3 times. It was 17-17 at half before the Vols took a 34-17 lead. After the game, Coach Bobby Petrino talked about the fight of the team to get back into the game.
I thought our players really competed hard. We're well prepared. They came out and were well prepared for the game. We played physical. We played tough, kept our poise, and our players stuck together and came up with some huge stops that gave us an opportunity to win the game.
It doesn't get any easier for Arkansas this week as 4th-ranked Texas A&M will come to town on Saturday. And Central Arkansas handled North Alabama, beating them 49-21 this past weekend. They're on a bye week this week. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Arkansas roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our Rake in the Fall savings event. The first 50 homeowners who call will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. In as little as 1 day, we'll take your old bathtub down to the studs and complete the installation of your brand new custom-designed walk-in shower. The first 50 homeowners who call Bath Makeover of Arkansas at 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 75% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 18 months, no interest, no payments, senior and military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Amazon gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH. At Arkansas Spine and Pain, we believe one thing above all. When pain ends, life begins. Whether you're chasing a touchdown, a grandkid, or just chasing relief from chronic pain, we're here to help you get back in the game pain-free. Proud sponsors of the Little Rock Touchdown Club and proud to serve Arkansans who refuse to let pain win. Call Arkansas Spine and Pain today, 501-227-0184, because when pain ends, life begins. Arkansas Spine and Pain, ASAP.
The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back.
All right, welcome back. Nathan Brown inside at the Little Rock Touchdown Club.
45. He was in a staff meeting. So I get there and I talk to his receptionist or his secretary, and she's like, he's in a meeting right now. I'm like, no, I'm here early. I don't want to bother him or whatever. Well, he sends your daughter out.
I think I was supposed to be there at 11:45. He was in a staff meeting. So I get there and I talk to his receptionist or his secretary, and she's like, he's in a meeting right now. I'm like, no, I'm here early. I don't want to bother him or whatever.
Well, Greg sends.
Well, he sends your daughter out to check and see if Coach Brown has showed up. And Greg, because it got to bounce a watch. Like, Greg's a prompt guy. He's got a lot of success in his life, and he's not coming to find me. Well, Greg sends his daughter out to see if I'm there waiting, and the secretary said, yeah, he's been here for 20 minutes. And Greg said, I would expect nothing less out of him, and I appreciate that. So then,
your recruiting pitch. Like, how do you recruit student athletes? So he puts me on the spot. I assume I passed. Did I pass? Well, he'd hired me. Good. Okay, good. I'm set. All right. So, but that's funny. But I'm just giving Greg a hard time. I appreciate him and his support, and obviously just giving him a hard time and just checking to make sure Lane doesn't have any eligibility left. That's a good spot. Just make sure he watches PBS later. Okay, make sure he sees that. No, that's awesome. First thing I want to do is thank Baz, Rex, the Touchdown Club for having me again. You recognize my family. My parents are here, so supportive, always have been. I've got the best family in the world, Jessica, Riley, and Luke. They're as good as it comes. They could care less if we win by 40 or lose by 40. They're always going to be there. And then I'm going to try to be there for them as well. You talked about coaching your son. I've had a chance to coach Luke, some of his little league teams. Man, that's hard. You want to wring their neck sometimes, don't you? It's not easy. But man, they're fun, and obviously they bleed purple just like I do. Next to, I'd love to recognize President Davis, Jenny. You guys are saints. You're angels. You're awesome. Everything y'all do for our program. Not just the university, but President Davis is usually one of the first people to text me whether we win or lose, and you just don't see that often, I would assume. I kind of only know one thing. I know President Davis, so I'm spoiled, but I appreciate that. And then I obviously want to mention Matt Whiting and the job he's done in his first year plus of being on the job. I can only imagine it can't be the most fun job right now to be athletic director in this world we're in. But he's doing a great job of that, so I appreciate them, and then obviously all the purple that's here. They make my job easy, and that allows me to be a football coach, try to win games, and do the best to our ability every single day and year we have a chance to compete. Two things I always talk about when I come up here. I feel like it's important for me to, one, be a great ambassador for UCA. I get a chance to stand in front of the state of Arkansas, essentially. Obviously, there's a lot of purple in the crowd, but I get a chance to stand in front of you guys as a representative of my university. And then the second thing I believe is that I get to be a representative for the profession of coaching. Coaching is a unique profession. It's not normal. We're actually kind of borderline psychopaths doing what we do. And so an opportunity to get up here and promote the profession is important to me. You know, and the first thing that comes to mind when I talk about the profession of coaching and coaching the game of football is, why is football so important for men? I'm not talking discrediting the females in here, but the men that play football. Why is football so important? So many different socioeconomic backgrounds, race backgrounds, religion backgrounds, and you put it in a melting pot of a locker room and you try to go create a common goal and a common cause for a victory is something unique and special. I wish our government would come sit in a locker room and watch us sometimes. You know what I mean? I wish they would. I mean, it's just true. You know, these things come to mind when I think about it. Being a part of a team, accountability to self, but also others at the same time. Obviously, discipline. Discipline is so important in this world. Building future leaders. Like leadership, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm looking at one right here. Austin Norris. I see J.D. White over here. I mean, those are former players that have sat in my locker room, and they're leaders, young leaders in their communities. It's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I think this might be the most important thing to me, because this was taught to me as a young age from my family, but respecting your opposition, right? Respecting. I think it's so important, whether you win, lose, whatever the situation is. You can be very humbled within a football game, right? You can think that you're going to go win a battle, win a football game, and you get humbled. Humility, right? Humility in winning and humility in losing, like respecting the opposition, respecting the game. How to handle adversity, like how to handle tough times, right? We all talk about practicing what we preach and doing all those things. You learn how to handle adversity, and you compete to win. You want winners in your business, right? You want successful people in your business. Well, that's what football promotes. That's what being in a locker room promotes. You know, so why is football good for people? I think that's important for you. The price of being a coach is large. Okay, so let's go to promoting coaching, Baz. Like the price of being a coach, you mentioned it today. What, 4 openings in a weekend? I think it's 9 total. Like, people are losing their jobs for coaching a game. Now, do you feel sorry for the ones that are getting paid $60 million? No, not necessarily. But that's not counting the 40 others that are in that program that are losing their job too. You know, and there's support staff, there's assistant coaches, there's little kids that they got to go home and tell them, hey, you're not going to be in this school next year because we're going to be somewhere else. There's more than just that, right? So the price of being a coach is so large. This is the most difficult era of football, really college athletics, but I'm obviously a football coach, to be a coach. The last 5 years of this world and that we're in has totally flipped upside down. So let's talk about what has happened. You started out with the transfer portal, right? So therefore, your kid can leave at their beck and call, right? Then you add on NIL, which I'm a huge fan and advocate of. I'll talk more about that in a second. I 100% believe that in the name, image, likeness era, I would have loved to capitalize off of my name, image, likeness. But what we have created is a pay-for-play system, and that has created a very thin line to ride, okay? But here's what it's equaled. The transfer portal, the NIL world have become a marriage. And now that they've created a marriage, you've created a monster. And you've got to keep feeding that monster. And that monster is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And so that is a tough spot to be in as a coach. I spoke to a group. Matt and I were able to go speak to a group at Mike's place in Conway a couple weeks ago for Hall of Fame weekend. I think it was the 76 football team. They have a reunion every year. And I looked them straight in the eyes, and I said, look, there's not going to be many reunions from here on out. Like, I think about that. Like of my freshman class, when I came into UCA in 2004, I think all but about 4 of us were still in that class. And there was a couple medical injuries, maybe something here or there that happened. There was no transferring. There was nobody getting disgruntled because they weren't playing. They just grinded their way out. We had guys that became all-conference, all-American players. We had guys that were backups their whole career. But we fought through the times and the adversity and the good times and the bad times. You're just going to see less and less of that. So getting an opportunity to speak in front of those era of former players and UCA people and all that is huge to me, because I want them to know that the purity in the sport is still alive with Coach Brown. It's still there. The belief in what the University of Central Arkansas football program that's been built on for years, 100-plus years of great football, the price of being a coach, you're loved and you're hated at the same time. Woo! I'll tell you what, if winning felt as good in reverse as losing feels as bad, because losing feels pretty bad. There's no feeling like losing a football game. And winning is almost just like a breath of fresh air. It's like a relief. It's like, whoo, man, we got that one. On to the next one, right? It's tough. You're loved and hated. Your best days and your worst days are put on display for everybody to have an opinion of. You know, and not only that, I don't have the pen last. 18 to 22-year-olds do. And that's a tough place to be. The relationships, good and bad. You know, I got this text. I wanted to read it from a current player I have right now. And I wanted to read it to you guys. And this is not to pat Coach Brown on the back. This is not to do any of that. But I just want you guys to understand the impact that coaches can make, the impact and the importance of our day-to-day relationship with these young men. It said, this young man, I'm not going to say his name, but he's an in-state player. He's from a small school in the state of Arkansas. He sent me this text after our third straight loss, okay? Third straight loss. He said, "What's up, Coach?" He said, I don't say much, but I wanted you to know I wouldn't change a thing about me being at this place no matter what. I've never been a greedy player. I have too much love for the game, so making my decision to play for you was easy. You're a family man, and you care about your players. You're the best coach I've ever played for, and you make it easy for me to play as hard as I can every snap. When players question their commitment to UCA throughout the season, I always let them know you've coached us hard, you've pushed us well, and the rest is on us. As a team, we should be grateful for these opportunities. And it's rare to not only have a great head coach, but great men and human beings leading this program. That's the least I can do after you brought me in knowing I wouldn't even be ready to go until the fall. He had an injury in the spring. I promise I'm going to make sure our guys are ready and locked in for the rest of the season. We owe you your family. That's why you coach. That's why you coach for moments like that. Listen, and look, I do not say that to pat me on the back. I promise you coaches across America get that text all the time. They do. But I also want that young man to know that his identity is not in football. It's more than football. Yeah, that's a piece of your life. That's a part of your life. But that's not who you are and defines you. That young man was a transfer that decided to come into our program. And again, that's a really neat text to get. Since that text, we've won 2 games. He's been a great leader. He's making plays on the field. He was making plays on the field before that, but he actually verbalized it at that point. Really neat deal. The weight of the price of being a coach also, the weight of the program on your shoulders. Talked about those losses. I go home after a win or a loss, and it's just straight decompression. It's like, whew, man, that was tough. That was a good win. That was a hard loss, whatever it is. I decompress in my office. My family sits there with me, but I don't sleep. I think, it's like you start in August and you end in December, and it's you guys that matter. It's the people that care about the program that matter. I say this, and the first thing I told Matt on Saturday after we won, he was down there to celebrate with us, all that. First thing I said to you was, I'm just happy for everybody. I'm happy for everybody involved. I'm happy for our equipment guys that work tireless hours. I'm happy for our training staff that tape ankles and do dirty work, that don't get paid a ton of money. I'm happy for our volunteers. I'm happy for my student assistants, my assistant coaches. Like, it's not ever about me. Like, winning is awesome, yeah, right. But like I like to see the smiles on the faces of everybody else. Like, that is what matters to me. I got another quote I wanted to read, or a couple quotes I wanted to read real fast that just mean a lot to me. Kirby Smart said the three costs of leadership. And our leaders in the room, y'all hear this and you'll understand what I say when I say this. He said, you will have to make hard decisions that negatively affect people you care about. That's not easy. Like people you truly care about, but you're having to make decisions that will affect them one way or another. Second thing he says is you will be disliked despite your best attempt to do the best for most. That's tough now. When you think you're doing it right and you're putting everything you got into something and and people still ain't good enough for some people, that's tough. That's tough. And this is coming out of Kirby Smart's mouth. The third thing he said is you will be misunderstood and won't always have the opportunity to defend yourself. You know, sometimes I know Coach Brown's always taken this approach, like we brought up the Arkansas quote. I'd still stand on that, but I'll tend to like to be politically correct. I'm not going to say something to ruffle feathers just to do it. So, we may be in a situation where I know what's right, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to sit up here and defend something that doesn't need to be defended. So you can be misunderstood with that, you know. The price of coaching is tough. And so as a person up here that gets a chance to stand in front of you guys and have a platform, understand, yeah, it's great to go fire a coach, or it's great to go crown a coach for being an unreal coach, but there's more to them than just being a coach. They're humans. There's a lot of people around them that it affects. And it's an important piece. I feel like that's one of my callings in this, is to talk about that every chance I get. You know, I think about this. Why UCA? Why is UCA so special? Why do you always promote UCA? Why haven't you left UCA? Why are you still, you know, I got the head coaching job at 31 years old. You know, I'm got a few more gray hairs, all that, whatever. And honestly, out of this conversation, because as years go by, you hire younger and younger coaches. So therefore, I get older and older. And so it's still young, but I'm having to, that 40 mark, right? You kind of become, you're not a young coach anymore. You're kind of a middle-aged coach, right? So I'm in that transition period. So I'm thinking about that. But it really is about the great people and about the coaches over the years. I was fortunate enough early in my career to be able to coach under two great coaches at UCA, Coach Clint Conk and Coach Steve Campbell. Totally opposite ends of the spectrum the way they coached. Totally opposite ends of the spectrum in some of their strengths. Coach Conk was anal retentive. He was organized. He didn't cover. There wasn't a detail that wasn't uncovered with that man. Got to watch that every day. Got to be a part of that every day. Then I go fast forward to get to coach for Steve Campbell, and he's just an old ball coach. Literally, he was in the thick of it, coaching the offensive line as the head coach. I got to see it both. So let me marry those two together and try to be the best version of what I've seen. You know, I got a chance at 24 years old to start calling plays. So let's think about this. Since 2011, there has not been really a play call that has been called at a University of Central Arkansas game since 2011 that has not either came out of my mouth or I had the last say-so on. That's a long time. There's been a lot of championships with that. There's been a lot of wins. There's been a lot of tough times with that. But think about this. I just said it was about the people and coaches over the years. Why UCA? Let's think about some of those greats that have been a part of UCA. You're talking about a head coach at Florida State, Mike Norvell, coached and played right next to him. You're talking about the offensive coordinator at Georgia Tech, Buster Faulkner. Called plays with him sitting right next to me. He's the offensive coordinator, 6-0, Georgia Tech right now. He's calling every play. Probably going to be a head coach next year at who knows where, maybe Arkansas. Slade Nagel, the offensive coordinator at Houston. You know, when I got told my first time I was going to call plays, we were at halftime at Sam Houston State. We were down in Huntsville, Texas. I was a second-year quarterback coach. You know, I'm sitting there, you know, coaching up the quarterbacks. Nathan Dick was our starting quarterback, transfer from Arkansas, having a great year, was actually the conference player of the year that year. Well, he got knocked out right at halftime, had a concussion. So we had to go to a true freshman quarterback. Happens to us all. Kid named Winrick Smothers out of Destrehan, Louisiana. Coach Conk was calling plays at the time. Comes to me, Slade Nagel's standing next to me because Slade Nagel's calling plays for the University of Houston right now. Slade Nagel's standing right next to me. He's our running backs coach. Coach Conk comes to me, says, "Coach, hey, Nate, you got it." I said, "I got what?" He said, you calling plays second half. You know Winrick better than I do. And I'm sitting there going, I'm panic mode. That's not something you just turn the page and just start calling plays. You got to prep. You got to be ready. You got to be ready to go. But look, here's what was happening. I've talked about this before. You got to be ready when your time is called. My time was called then. I couldn't anticipate it. I didn't know it was going to be called, but I was ready. I was ready for that opportunity. And you know what? We went on to call every play since then, basically. And we went on that year. Nathan got back, got healthy. Winrick played a good game that game. We went on to win that game in the second half, and we went on to be a conference championship team and go to the second round of the playoffs that year. It's pretty impressive run. You know, and then I look at Jerry Mack, head coach of Kennesaw State. He stood next to me as a wide receiver coach. Billy Best, offensive coordinator at Colorado State. He stood next to me as an O-line coach. There's been some unreal people that came through this program. Some great innovative coaches and minds in this country right now, like around the nation, have wore the purple and gray, and I've stood next to them. So don't think that Coach Brown's just sitting here as this guy that's just come up with his own stuff. I've been around great minds. I don't just snap my fingers and become a great football coach. It takes great people to be around you. Sustainable success over the years. Why UCA? Because we sustained success. You mentioned the Arkansas comment. Nobody expected us in 2006 when we said, hey, we're going to make this jump to Division I to have the success we had. You're talking 2 decades of unreal success. There's teams that still made that jump that have not had a winning season. It's unreal. It's unheard of, but it's about the people. It's about the administration. It's about the fans. It's about the people that care about the program. It's so much bigger. A future, why UCA? A future commitment to excellence. We made an announcement this past week, right? Opting into the new settlement, 26-27 season. Unbelievable step in the direction where athletics is going. Unbelievable step for the University of Central Arkansas. Unbelievable step not only for the football program, but our entire athletic department. I can't thank our Board of Trustees enough. I can't thank President Davis enough for the commitment, and obviously Matt Whiting, and what we have created for sustainability, not for the short term, but for the long term. This decision wasn't made overnight. We didn't just snap our fingers and say, hey, that school in our conference is doing it. Well, we're doing it. We didn't just go with the trend. We got a plan in place. They put time, effort, energy, studying time. I'm sure a lot of meetings to give us an opportunity to not only do that, but also sustain success and sustain the ability to continue to grow with it. It's a step in the right direction. So why UCA? The commitment to the future. Because we are in a world where football is different. We are in a world where college athletics is different. And guess what? 2 years from now, it's going to be even more different. So we're going to have to keep growing. We're going to have to keep bringing it on. We're going to have to continue to push the envelope. That's the only shot you got. It's important to keep that mindset. You know, I was talking to our Bearbackers group a couple weeks ago. UCA Bears were sitting at 1-4, Baz. Not a good spot. I told my people, and I say my people, that's the purple and gray folks that I love and they love me, that you're going to have to bear with me. I'm not used to this. This is new to me as a coach. I'm not used to being 1-4. It's not normal. Like, it'd be different if I had past experience of it or knew how to handle it. So I just said, how you guys are going to have to understand, like, I'm going to get through this and I'm going to do it with y'all. I turned, and I said this to that group that day. I said, I turned to the smartest person I know, and that's my wife, Jessica, for advice, right? And so with that advice, she sent me a couple quotes, and I want to say these, because listen, this has nothing to do with football. These quotes are good. So I think quotes tell a story, and when you get a good quote, it'll just hit you different. You know what I mean? So listen to these quotes, and if you need these after, you're going to ask me for some of these after. Y'all just come ask me. I'll screenshot them to you. First thing it said this was stuff to get through a tough time, right? You're 1-4, Coach Brown. You've lost it, right? What's going on? First quote said, a man asked a gardener why his plants grew so beautifully. The gardener said, I don't force them to grow, I remove what stops them. So in other words, it's not about the growth of the plant, it's about removing what stops the growth. So I had a big come to Jesus meeting in my head. So I talked to my players about exterior forces, outside noise. Remove it. You can't grow when there's stuff holding you back, right? The second quote was this. This is pretty short quote, but it makes a lot of sense. When the road gets bumpy, you don't leave the car. You don't jump out of the car when the road gets bumpy. You put your seatbelt on. All right? So you put your seatbelt on. Things aren't always going to be smooth. There's going to be speed bumps. There's going to be curves. There's going to be a rough path. You put your seatbelt on and you ride it out. You figure it out. You do it with people that care, that want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. That's what that seatbelt is. It's a solution, right? It helps you with the problem of the bumpy road. Here's maybe my favorite one, and this is why I say this. And I told my team this Friday night at our team meeting. This quote. It said, someone asked me, what's your favorite place? And this goes back, think about this. Why do you love UCA so much, Coach Brown? Baz, like you'd say, I always talk about it. Conway, UCA, why is this place so special? Well, here's the answer to that, this quote. What's your favorite place, the person asked. He said, I don't have a favorite place. I have favorite people. And whenever I'm with them, it becomes my favorite place. Surround yourself with people that you care about. Look, my life is more important than about me. Like, I'll be fine no matter what. Coaching can take me to the ends of the earth, or it can drop me like a bad habit. But my people are right here. And that's the truth. And so let's extend to a bunch of, and some of y'all I don't even know, you still see some red in here, and that's okay. But there's a lot of purple in here, right? And y'all are my people. And you may say, what are you talking about? I feel safe. It's a special place.
All right, that's Nathan Brown, head coach over there at UCA. A little tight on time, okay, but he is pushing it through. We're going to go ahead and get to a quick break before we head to break. I want to make sure everybody knows about my friends over there at Wood Grill Buffet. Are you looking for a lot of mouths to feed? Well, don't sacrifice the quality of food just because of money. Go to the place where you can get the best bang for your buck, and the Wood Grill Buffet in Benton off the Congo Road exit is the place to go. So many options, I honestly can't remember them all. Over 200 menu items, so this will make sure if you have a family full of picky eaters, doesn't matter which one is picky with this and that, they got an option for everybody. Once again, the Wood Grill Buffet of the Congo Road exit in Benton. I want to talk about their catering options as well. Looking to feed a large gathering. It could be up to 500 people, 1,000. It doesn't matter. For big ones, just reach out ahead of time and put it on the books, and they'll take care of you. Something small like a little tailgating experience or maybe a little house party to watch the Hogs this weekend, they can knock those out most of the time same day. But if you want to head on in over there in Benton, it is open Thursday through Sunday. A weekend's up and rolling. The Wood Grill Buffet, the place to be. We'll be right back after this break.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
If you have old computers, hard drives, printers, cell phones, or other electronics you no longer use, get rid of them. Just make sure they're recycled properly. Tuesday, October 21st, Wednesday, October 22nd from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock. Pulaski County residents and businesses drop off your old electronics for free. Just pull up and they'll do the rest. Electronic devices need to be recycled to keep toxic waste out of local landfills. For a list of the electronics you can drop off, visit recyclingunplugged.com.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Aero Truck Sales has been in business in North America for 75 years. They are dedicated to helping truck drivers, owner-operators, and fleet managers find the high-quality, used semi-trucks that they need to grow their business. Their on-site financing team provides flexible financing options and comprehensive warranty and protection plans. Plus, their attached shop provides convenient and efficient reconditioning. Visit Aero Truck Sales at 12101 Eanes Road, North Little Rock, or view their inventory at arrowtruck.com.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter. Now let's get back into The Zone.
You should have thought about it.
All right, welcome back. Justin's still in there, taking in the final thoughts. I'll leave you with one last message from my friends. Take a quick little gander. That's right. Talk about Jones & Son, taking care of people. Been doing it for over 30 years. Holiday is coming up. Now, I'm not saying you have to wait till a holiday to do something nice for somebody, but if you want to get something super, super nice that's going to leave a long-lasting impression, I'm telling you, Jones & Son's the place to be. The best jewelry you're going to find in town. Great financing options, great quality rock, fraction of the price. They're direct diamond importers, so any time it comes to finding that perfect quality rock, get it for the best price over there at Jones & Son. Once again, same place for over 30 years. 11121 Rodney Parham Road, the place to be. Also, big-time brands, Vahan, Michael M., Viraggio, they got them all with the best price match guarantee. So if you're in the market, you want the best quality and to save the best when it comes to the deals, Jones & Son is the place to be. What's up, Justin?
You missed the end of that one. That was good.
I did.
We had to go to break. The final words of Nathan Brown.
Let's hear it.
Slit my wrists, I bleed purple. Go Bears.
Nice.
Walked it off.
That's how
I'm
we do
out.
it. I love it. That's like he's like a titan. Like from, you know that, Thanos? Okay, go ahead.
This person says he needs to cut back on the Adderall. Yeah, maybe so. Y'all have two feeds going right now in the air. Hot mic. Do we?
I didn't notice that. Maybe for a second the YouTube audio was also going, but I muted it. So maybe that was that.
Oh, boy. That was at 12:26. I hope not.
Yeah, I think it was. No, it wasn't you guys. It was us going over the air, but also the YouTube feed was going over the air, so I muted it.
Oh, double feed. The old double feed.
Good old double feed. It'll get you.
I see Wes Moore's handsome face in there.
What up? Hey, what's up? How are you guys?
How you doing, buddy?
How was Nathan? I guess he's in a great mood.
Yes, things are trending the right direction. He got some great news this last week. He's got 2 wins in a row in his pocket. He's got an off week to get ready for West Georgia. He's feeling good, man. Good things are happening here.
That's a huge game against West Georgia. If they can win that, then they're in position to do something.
Yeah, there's no question. And this league is real hard to figure week to week. We don't know what the heck's going on in the United Athletic Conference. But, hey, some good things trending with Arkansas as well, Wes. A much more competitive game. I heard you talking last week about how, hey, look, if I had to bet, I got to give the points and take Tennessee. And I sat there in my car and I thought, I can't argue with that. Guess what? All of us were wrong. We also thought it was going to be our super-duper high-scoring game, and, well, that didn't turn out to be that either. So, I mean, high-scoring enough, I guess. Talk about right on the number, right? What was it, 69? It was pretty close.
Nice.
It was 68.5, the line.
Yeah.
So,
and it started like at 70 and came down.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty crazy game. But, I mean, look, I'm excited about this week just because if they feel like they got a shot to compete at least if they can keep shoring things up defensively.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're going to
not.
have to fix some things. I think Texas A&M's the best team they'll face the rest of the year, maybe the best team they'll face all year. I'm in on Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Their defense is the best defense they're going to see for the rest of the year, so I don't think they're going to be able to outscore Texas A&M like they almost did against Tennessee. And the A&M offense is coming alive. So it's just, to me, it's a bad matchup. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
And
I think, Trey Biddy made a great point. He's like, Arkansas haven't been getting blown out in these road games. But, man, they're being smoked at home in some of these high-profile games,
Yeah.
and that's been the issue. So, yeah, it would mean a lot, I think, to the fan base and for Coach Petrino's future if he can fix that this week.
No
We'll
doubt,
see.
no doubt. We got Clint Sterner coming up at 1:30, thanks to Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram. We also have Ethan Westerman from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. We'll talk a little football with him, and also SEC basketball. He's on his way for SEC basketball media days. Arkansas coming in at number 5 in the preseason poll. Thought that was a little low.
Yeah, I think it just tells you how good the league is maybe, huh? We'll see. And from an AP standpoint, that's about where Arkansas would have been picked to, I guess, maybe just
14.
ahead of Alabama in the AP poll and just behind in the preseason predictions for the league. But yeah, Trey Schapp's going to be live over at Media Day tomorrow, Wes, for us, thanks to First Security Bank. appreciate Trey. And we'll be at the Buzz Golf Tournament tomorrow.
Outstanding.
So we'll see you down there.
Ready to go. You playing in the morning? Afternoon?
I'm not playing. Nope, neither nor.
Okay.
Just working, but we'll see you over there.
Later.
All right, buddy. Stay tuned. Out of bounds.
The Grove Hunting Club in Jefferson County is first class, recognized nationally for some of the best guided waterfowl hunts in the South, and their deer herd keeps growing annually. New this year, you can deer hunt in Arkansas or at their new hunting ranch in Texas. The Grove's 13,000 square foot main lodge in Arkansas can accommodate 50 hunters with 30 private rooms, a locker room, and a pro shop, and several private cabins and a secondary lodge. Call 870-692-3221, thegrovehuntingclub.com.